Boy, I do sure love living in the middle of the desert, with no neighbors for miles on end. I truly love this life, and I hope nothing goes wrong, and nothing hurts me or my house.
Hello everyone, welcome to Miscellaneous Monthly Part 12. My name is Tim, and today we're going to be covering r/Zillowgonewild. It's a subreddit about the American house selling platform Zillow, which, yeah, most of the houses on that platform are pretty normal, but that's until you realize you can have interior tours of the houses. They even offer a 3D tour feature that I think is pretty cool. But we're mainly going to be looking at the pictures of the insides of these houses, because these houses are kind of insane. And also, some of the houses range from absolutely gaudy and hideous to some of the worst things I've ever seen in a place of habitation.
And before we get started, I just want to say, this video is almost 3 hours long, so get some popcorn and just get your favorite snack, I don't know, do something else in the background while you listen to this or something like that, or, I don't know, just have it on as, like, background noise or something. Like, do something, I don't know. You don't even have to watch the video, I don't know. Like, just maybe look at the pretty houses and have me tour them and explain my personal thoughts on them and all that. And, well, that's about all. Anyway, let's go! The first house we're going to be looking at is in Provo, Utah on Navajo Lane. I've never been to Provo, but I can tell you it's one of the places of all time. Let's look into this house. It's $899,000, 4-bed, 4-bath. So far, this house actually looks quite nice, I'm not even gonna lie. I would definitely live here. It's a subtle little neighborhood, nice, has plenty of trees. I do love myself some trees. Right now, the house has some pretty good looking views. From the outside, we can't really see what the inside looks like, but I can tell you those mountains in the background, absolutely beautiful. Like, $900,000 is a bit steep, but this house is still really cool, and I take that back. The inside is absolutely hideous. There's brown stone floor at the bottom, green carpeted stairs, yellow super ornate wallpaper, and it looks like there's fairy tale illustrations on it. More green carpet in the side room, which I'm guessing is the living room. But hey, the living room has lots of natural light, and I do like that. Anyway, let's go through some of the next images. We're in the living room, and that's a pretty good view. You got access to an outdoor staircase. Nice. You got another view of, well, the indoor staircase, and it shows more of that really weird-looking illustrated wallpaper. Neat. Okay, some of the other images. Oh, this one right here actually shows you one of the corners of the house where you can see the cul-de-sac. And right here you have your fuzzy green moss-colored carpet-wrapped seat that you can sit on, and I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks stupidly comfortable. And they also have a really high-end internet router. That thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 antennas on it. So yeah, this entire house probably gets better internet than I've ever seen. Like, every establishment I've ever been in has had worse internet than this one house. The kitchen right here looks a bit dated, but I do like the glass on the corner cabinet, whatever this thing is called. I like the glass right here. It's like, it's not really see-through, but it's also see-through at the same time. It's just a really cool, like, glass block style effect. Unfortunately, it's not glass block, because if it were, it would weigh like 9,000 pounds. Okay, the kitchen, we have another view of that. Another view of the kitchen showing the sad other side, and yeah, this kitchen is just insanely dated. This washing machine or oven or whatever this thing is, looks like it came straight from the 50s. It's all yellow, and that's gross. There is some yellow walls, though, that's nice. Here's one bathroom. It looks like it came straight out of the Emerald City, and there's yellow towels, nice. Yellow bath mat, extra nice. Everything just looks kind of dated in here. Okay, here's one of the bedrooms or offices right here. I do like the large large amount of wallpaper that's yellow. Like, that's nice and all, but at the same time, it's not the best. I'm not the biggest fan of wallpaper. I like myself some solid color paint. And also, I like the bright yellow carpet. That's nice. I like the built-in shelves in the wall. That's nice. But the fake wood paneling on the other wall, that is not nice, okay? And this room is the laundry room because it says on the wall like 900 million times, and even on the ceiling. Are you actually serious? It says on the ceiling, and oh my, the coat hanger is... Oh my, the coat hanger was off kilter. This room right here has fake wood paneling or real wood paneling, I don't care, with a genuine stone wall, and I do like the genuine stone wall. And the carpet in here looks old. It looks old and crusty, and I don't like it. Gut that carpet. Gut it. And also this room, got the carpet. The wallpaper's nice, it's like silver leaves. Nice winter sun reference right there. Oh, this is a nice view right here. I'm guessing this is on the second floor deck and all that, but all that like paint or wax or whatever that is chipping, yeah, I do not like that. I do not like that, and I'm concerned that I'm gonna get splinters just touching that. Actually, no, looking at that, I feel like I'm gonna get splinters. Now, the bathroom right here has the same silver leaves wallpaper and is also dated. This is okay. And this, oh my, the dark blue Cookie Monster colored carpet with the pinkish red walls and 4 skinny windows. Hey, at least they're wider than the windows that you get in ADX Florence. Oh yeah, and the other wall, yeah, it's in wallpaper, because of course it is. This room right here has the awful carpet. It has a relatively boring looking window, a globe light, that's nice, and what was that? What is this little stump right here? It's like there was a vent pipe right here, but they had to cover it up with like drywall and something, and this carpet on top of it is like a hatch in order to access it or something like that. I don't know what this could be, but it's quite weird and odd. It's pretty neat though. Okay, the bathroom is somewhat normal, and this room, oh my, it has bright red carpet, dark red if I say so. It has pink flower walls, that's pretty nice. Some in-wall shelves, that's also really nice. It has some good natural light from these big windows, and another globe light. Okay, here's another view of it. And now we have not silver leaf, but rather golden flower wallpaper, along with our green carpet, our Cookie Monster carpet, and our dark pink carpet, and that ugly, disgusting carpet where my mouse is. This is probably my favorite carpet I've ever seen in a house. First off, look at the absolute insanity that is here. You have a hexagram right here with the colors of the rainbow inside of it. That's beautiful. You have patterns all over the place. You have a hopscotch built into your carpet. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It looks like an acid trip, and I think it is just a phenomenal carpet. Here's the other view, and ooh, nice orange wall. That makes me happy. Okay, this room is just insane. There's some cheap wall-mounted shelves right here. This one looks like it's already broken, and the walls, square yellow wallpaper. And this really weird, disorienting textured floor right here. This is definitely carpet. It just, if you look up close, I'm gonna take a guess, it's definitely carpet. This room is an absolute eyesore. Actually, no, never mind. It's not an eyesore. I just noticed it's like a bunch of trees with like clouds and like some mountains and stuff like that. It doesn't really blend all that well with the current bathroom design, especially with those awful, disgusting tiles right down there. But overall, it's still a really cool design, and I definitely like it. It has orange, it has blue, silver. It has a lot of cool colors in there. Okay, this is just kind of boring. This wallpaper is absolutely hideous, and the carpet, it's just the right shade of brown to make me think it's either like decaying or has poop in it. Okay, this room has that awful crusty looking carpet and a mantle for a fireplace made entirely out of bricks, making this the second fireplace in this house. Okay, here's the other view of the room. We're finally outside, somewhat normal view right here. A basketball hoop without the actual hoop part. That's about as useful as a chocolate teapot. We have the back porch right here. Nice. The backyard isn't all that good, but Yeah, the house itself isn't all that bad. It just has really questionable color choices, and for almost $900,000, I would definitely not buy this because first off, all the color choices on the inside. I do like myself some bright, crazy colors, but some of the rooms were just awful. Some of them were genuinely awful, and this thing only comes with 0.26 acres. So, no, I'd like something with slightly more land for this price, but overall, it's not that bad of a house.
The pack is back.
So this house that we're going to be talking about right here is, well, this thing. It's in Indiana, in Nineveh, or it's on Sweetwater Drive. It's on a 6.72 acre lot. It is $425,000, a 2-bed, 2-bath, 2,418 square feet, and it's also dome-shaped. Anyway, let's take a look inside. I think this is actually going to be quite a nice little house right here. So far, the outside looks good, and is that a Pac-Man machine? I think that's a Pac-Man machine. Pretty cool if I say so myself, and also the amount of color on, like, the first image is already really cool. I love just the sheer amount of color that I see upon just walking in here. Pretty nice. The door is gray, though, which isn't the worst thing ever. The door is nice and subtle, doesn't look too bad, doesn't bring too much attention, because you don't want to get out of this place. If you're here, you want to stay here. Anyway, this is what the main room looks like, which is really cool. Looks like there's a painting thing up here for, like, whoever lives here, which is pretty cool. And then there's this right here, which shows an air hockey table, a loft up here, a staircase that goes down, a bathroom right there. That's really cool. And what appears to be a kitchen over there. Okay, and I'm just gonna say something. You might disagree with me, but I personally think that the floor level windows are actually really cool. Yeah, unless you're like lying down or something like that, you can't actually see them. But at the same time, that doesn't really matter. This house is quirky. That is the whole point of it. And also, over here you have those same floor level windows, and you also have some triangle windows. Nice. And the kitchen, let me guess, it's gonna be a mishmash of colors? It is. It's a mishmash of colors. None of them match. The fridge has 3 different colored doors. It is 4 different colors in total if you count the main body. And there's just so much going on in the kitchen, but I can't help but love it. But my main problem with the kitchen, there's not enough really going on in here when it comes to, like, lighting. Yes, there's a light hanging from the ceiling, but there's not, like, an actual window into the kitchen, which is kind of disappointing. This right here, I'm gonna take a guess, is the downstairs area, right next to that staircase by the kitchen. This right here is a pretty neat little room right here, and yeah, it's probably still under construction. And oh yeah, this room right here. This room right here is, like, still in the painting process, but also, why is the floor painted? Either there was paint that was, like, spilled onto the floor, or something along the lines of, like, that happened. I'm not entirely sure. All I'm aware of is that this is a pretty neat little place. The fridge is pretty nice right here, pretty cool. And you have your little couch on a raised platform. That's pretty neat. And let's see. Like, I do like the little raised platform for the couch, but there's no TV right here. There's a microwave and a fridge right here. A fridge for drinks, microwave for popcorn. You don't have a TV or even a projector. Like, what are you gonna put here? The couch is just here for nothing. I'm guessing it's probably there for, like, moving it or something like that. After all, the house is currently for sale. And, oh, that little room off the kitchen? This is the laundry room. Nice. This is one of the other bathrooms right here, or it is the bathroom. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. Either this is the bathroom by the game room, or this is another bathroom, and it has a shower in it. Quite nice. This is another bathroom right here. Pretty cool. This is a closet right here. Another view of that, and I just gotta say this. Why are the outlets at different angles? Also, that right there is a coaxial outlet or something like that. It's where you it's where you just plug in, like, one of those old cable style outlets right there. Nice. And also, I gotta say, I absolutely love houses that have little lofts like this. Just little lofts that let you overlook the living room and sometimes even the kitchen. That is awesome. Another bathroom. Wait a minute. This thing has 2 bathrooms, according to the description, but yet we've seen 3 rooms of toilets and sinks in them. 2 of them have a shower in them, so I'm gonna take a guess the 2 bathroom is quite literal. 2 baths. That's what I'm gonna take a guess that is, and okay, the house itself is actually quite nice. The nature around it is pretty good. You have a lot of woods around you. You have a good old 2-car garage right here, pretty nice. Overall, the view is just really good, assuming that you can even see the river from the house, and let's see, I'm not sure if you even can see the river from this house due to just how much woods is surrounding you, but overall you do have quite a lot of land. Now, this right here is one of the bedrooms, this right here is another bedroom. I'm gonna take a guess that this right here is the basement right here, because there's no other stuff like, there's no, whatever it's called. There's no kitchen, there's no living room in here, it's just bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms right here. Then we go to this one, which shows the upstairs right here. We have the staircase right here, one of which leading up to the loft, the other one leading down to the basement. We have a bathroom right here, the dining area, which has been converted into a game room, the foyer, we have all of that right there. And, well, here we are with the house. Overall, I would probably say that this house is an absolute steal. Like, I love this house's quirkiness with its dome shape, its cool loft, and it just the windows. The fact that these windows are so low to the ground is awesome. Would I live here? Probably not. I just need $425,000, like, ASAP. Anyway, that's all for this house. For $2.2 million, we have a house in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. It's 5,556 square feet. It has 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It was built in 1983, has a 2.42 acre lot, which, oddly enough, if you remove the dot, that is exactly how much horsepower the 2007 Hyundai Santa Fe has. And let's take a closer look at this house. I'm just gonna say this, from the front, it's like an actually gorgeous house. I'm not even gonna lie. It is gorgeous looking from the front, especially with this white dogwood tree in the front, or whatever this is. All the trees in the background, it's just awesome. The inside itself is something to be behold, especially with these dark orange, reddish, purplish, weird colored hexagon tiles right here. I do like this circular alcove with a glass shelf in it, and this little skylight right here. Very nice. Okay, this is wonderful. The staircase right here, very cool design. Another view of the staircase, more staircase, and we got our first view of the living room. That's actually a pretty nice sofa right there. Okay, we got a fireplace. We got lots of stuff. Another view of the fireplace. Good. We have a deck outside, a sunroom right there. This so far looks very promising, and very high ceilings. I love myself some high ceilings. And let's see. We have a circular kitchen. I'm not gonna lie, I love circular kitchens. Are they impractical? Absolutely. But do they look cool? Yes, they do. And sometimes you just want something that looks awesome instead of practical. And this is just awesome. You have your wooden cabinets that are all really cool. Stainless steel dishwasher, stainless steel oven and microwave and fridge. Awesome. This corner right here with all the major appliances looks pretty cool. And there's like an old intercom from like the 1940s, even though this was built in the 80s. And let's see. So far, the kitchen itself, it also has a built-in countertop cooktop, whatever this thing is called. A built-in countertop stove. Okay, this wall right here looks like it's made out of fake wood. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that. Now, this is a very much open house right here. A very open area, and this thing said it was 6 bedroom, 5 bathroom. I don't know where that could be. Either it's all underground, or above us right now, and this is a view of the living room as this really weird, gross-looking alcove with just a single power outlet, even though there's also one right here. I like the matching alcove underneath, which has the firewood right next to the fireplace. So far, this place has 2 fireplaces already. I know that rich people love their fireplaces, solely because of Zillow. Okay, there's more deck out here. I do love myself some wooden deck area, and just some places to walk outside while still being attached to my house. This couch right here, not gonna lie, looks awesome. Like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of leather couches, but at the same time, this is an awesome shaped couch. It's built into, like, this big old wooden table, so you can have all your drinks up here if you don't have room on the table or you're playing a game there. It's a wonderful design, but unfortunately, if you want to renovate, it is going to be stupidly expensive. Especially since I just considered that the couch is built into the ground. Look at this! Look at this, you just have a brick floor, and then boom, you go down like a foot and it's carpeted. You have your coffee table here, your couch is here, it wraps around, you have this big old wooden thing, this wooden back couch table, it's awesome. But at the same time, this is going to be so expensive if you need to change the couch or anything, because this looks like a custom couch, and it does not look cheap. Okay, here's another view. I do still like the couch, even with its expensive problems, and we have some views in the sunroom. Nice truck right there. Now, ooh, we have a laundry room sink. Nice. I wonder if the sunroom doubles as like a laundry room or something like that. That would be pretty cool, and we have a view of up top of the staircase. Nice. It's not exactly the safest looking, since there's no real inside railing. And let's see. Up here, this actually looks quite nice. With our big old window giving you a good view of the front of the house. And yeah, just some more views of up here. Why is there a sink here? Is this like for nighttime water or something? Like a kid wakes up from their bedroom, but instead of going all the way down to the kitchen to get water, they just go up here. Is that kind of what it is? I'm gonna take a guess that's probably what it is up there. Because there's no rooms up there. Where is everything? Okay, I don't even know where this is right here, because they don't show like a basement entrance or anything like that. I'm gonna take a guess this is either farther to the side, or more so in the basement, or more so in the front of the house. Because now that I think about it, we didn't see the front of the house, and yeah, I'm not exactly a big fan of this flooring. I thought it was like just in the entryway, but no, it's all throughout the house. This is like a bedroom or something, and okay, this bathroom right here has like marble tiles, but yet red walls right here. Like, the white and red contrast each other pretty nicely, but at the same time, this just feels weird. There's something ominous about this bathroom. Like, it doesn't exactly make me feel safe, especially with, like, this obnoxious fake wood paneling everywhere. Like, this looks like a vinyl wood texture that I used to have at my own house. And it wasn't good there. Why would it be good in someone else's house? We have a bathtub with a lovely exposed copper pipe right there. I wonder if that's like where all the hot water goes through, so if you accidentally grab it while the shower is going, you're gonna burn your hand. Yeah, that's just lovely. Okay, we have some mirrors right here. Mirrors lower so that, like, I don't know, any small children can look at themselves and practice making funny faces. We have this hallway right here, which I can't really make much of it. Okay, this right here is a bedroom, not gonna lie, pretty nice. I'd probably have it as an office. I do like the skinny window, and yeah, it's pretty good. I like this big window as well. I'd probably have my bed by it. Okay, the closet has more of that weird wood paneling. I don't know if that's fake or real. Okay, this right here is a skylight. I really do like that. I always like when houses have skylights, and this wood pattern on the bottom of the sink, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that, but overall, it's not the worst thing you could ever do. You could make it tile. Yeah, that would be worse. And this corner part, I don't think you could do it tile, because it means you would have to bend tile. and I think that's just virtually impossible without melting it and then reforming it and all that. It's just a complete disaster if you want to bend tile. That's not going to happen. Okay, I like that there's a shower not in view of the window. That's nice. Okay, we're back in one of the other rooms right here. Okay, this right here looks like another laundry room right here. This time it looks like a more formal laundry room with, you know, shelves for hanging stuff up, a little, like, wash bucket thing. I don't know exactly what this is called. I just refer to it as a laundry room sink. And a cool table right here for you to fold laundry and all of that. Okay, this room is quite nice with all the shelves. It looks like another living room, and I feel like we've already been in this room. Okay, this bathroom is quite nice. I do like the tile back here. The floor, I don't think, should have the same tile as the wall, and I'm getting sick and tired of seeing wood paneling all over the cabinets and stuff like that. Like, okay, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing wood paneling. When will it end? Okay, this wood right here looks more authentic, but the mirror. Why does the mirror have that? Okay, this right here, this thing above the toilet, this, like, plastic panel, I know what that is. That right there, behind that, is a shut-off valve. I believe so, because I have one of those in my house. Okay, and... okay, this is a nice little basement right here. You have your ugly tile floor, then you have your simple carpet floor with your above-head shelving right here. It looks like an airplane walkway, like an airplane catwalk, where you're just walking down the aisle, and there's just a bunch of overhead luggage bins. This looks like those, but with none of the doors to hide all your luggage and stuff like that. Also, there's a metal door right here, and a wood door right here. I'm sick and tired of seeing wood. I don't want to see wood anymore. Please stop. Oh, there's another laundry room, so that means this place has 3 laundry rooms, or something like that. Because every time I see one of those big old plastic sinks, I immediately think laundry room. Okay, I like the shelves. Again, they're made of wood. Get metal shelves, please. This bathroom right here, it annoys me. This bathroom right here, this is like cheap linoleum-looking wood, whatever. I don't even know or care what this is made out of. This house is just annoying me with its excessive use of wood and linoleum. It has a second kitchen. That's neat. It's nowhere near as cool as the first kitchen, but all these white appliances are... they feel cheap, but oddly enough, they also feel nostalgic, so I'll let it pass for that. Okay, so far, oh, we have a view of another laundry room. So that means this place has 4 laundry rooms so far. We have a view of the garage or something. Yeah, it is a garage. It has a motor up here to, like, lift all the stuff. It actually has 2 of them. That's nice. You know your garage is fancy when it has 2 garage door motors. Yeah, my garage door only has 1. And, again, more plywood. But hey, at least it's plywood and not that fake, cheap wood crap that I've been seeing all throughout the house. I've dealt with plywood. Plywood is safe for me. More cheap wood. Right here. More cheap wood right here. Please stop it! Okay, this right here, this is like real semi-fake wood, and this is real wood right here. I'm happy to see this because this is outside. We get to see the sun, we get to see trees that are made of real wood. I do like this deck right here, not gonna lie. It's quite nice. I think it would be a great place to have a picnic and all that, to hang out with the boys or the gals. I like this basement entrance, pretty nice. And, ooh, we got some garages right here that looks like a 3, possibly 4-car garage, assuming that these are 2 cars wide, but they look a little too narrow to be 2 cars wide each. I'm gonna take a guess that these are like extra wide single-car garages or something like that. That's what I'm gonna take a guess on. And it's right underneath of the first laundry room, or whatever this is. Yeah, there's a chimney right here, which is where the kitchen fireplace is. And this right here is that one sunroom with the laundry room sink in it. I remember that. So yeah, it's underneath the first laundry room. Okay, so far, this house is actually quite awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I would not live here because this house is definitely dated and has way too much fake wood textures that it would probably drive me insane. Like, I would rather live in a mental asylum than have to deal with all that fake wood texture in this house. Is it worth $2.2 million? In my opinion, no, it's not. It's a good house, though. If it didn't have all these fake wood textures, I would definitely live here. It's a pretty neat little house. It has a decent amount of land. For this price, I would expect slightly more land, though. Overall, the house itself is quite large. It has a lot of bathrooms and bedrooms. It's a pretty nice house, though, but it's just horribly dated, and this house is just dated, and it's not like charmingly stupid with its ridiculous colored carpet and wallpaper and stuff like that. No, this house just has like tons of fake wood everywhere, and it's like really cheap looking. I recognize it from my early childhood, and that's all it reminds me of. So yeah, this house has some problems, but overall, I think it's a good house.
Go to the church and ask God to forgive you.
Now we have this beauty right here. This is a 3-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 8,000 square foot converted church for about $2.6 million, and I gotta say, I love it. These are some of the outside pictures. I want to see what the inside looks like, and I love how this building, they kept all the stained glass. That makes me happy. The bell tower, I wonder if like you can go up there and have like a picnic or lunch with your friends or something like that. That would be truly splendid, truly cheeky, if I say. And so far, the building is actually really nice. It still looks like a church, but secretly, it's a house, and these are some nice views of it. Let's see, what does the inside look like? Okay, these are... Oh my! That's a bit much on the inside. Like, my main problem with this, like, I like that there's an upstairs area right here, but overall, I feel like having all the rooms merged into one, like, I see, like, a kitchen over here, that's okay, but I'm gonna take a guess there's, like, a dining area over here, possibly, because there's, like, chandeliers, and that could imply, like, some fancy area to eat your dinner and all that, and then there's a living room right here with a TV, a wall set up right here. Then there's a grand piano right here, another table right here. This just seems like a bit cluttered. I feel like more like walls or dividers or not as much random furniture in here or more spaced out would have made this better. Like if the TV were up against like one of the walls or something, that would have made some sense, but now that I think about it, you probably couldn't do that because there's all these windows all over the place. And let's get some more pictures. Oh, it's actually slightly more spacious than I expected from the first view. And right here, oh, this is one of the little areas right here. This is like a little alcove. There's a fireplace, very nice. We got some nice windows, and this is real wood, unlike the last houses where they had all that fake wood crap all over the place. Now, these chairs right here are pretty nice, the ones that I'm circling with my mouse. They're nice and all, but my main problem, why are the armrests so skinny? Them being low isn't much of a problem, but them being so skinny is a problem. Like seriously, either have it super tall with fat armrests or super short with fat armrests. You can have the height, any height you want, but you need fat armrests for me to rest my arms on. Because if they're not big and wide armrests, then I don't like it. But overall, I do think these chairs look pretty cool. This is another view right here. The living room is actually quite nice. This couch looks good. I like this little seat right here. Like, I don't really like all the button divots, whatever these are. I'm not rich enough to understand those. I do like the coffee table. Pretty nice. It has a little glass window in it with, like, cushioning so you could rest your feet on there if you really want to. Okay, this is pretty nice so far. Oh, we got a clock in here. That's actually really cool, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm guessing that's like where like the cross used to be or something like that, but since it's now a house, depending on who buys this house, they might not be Christian. So they decided to put a clock in here in order to make it more of a universal feel to it. And that's pretty nice. We got the kitchen right here, which I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the kitchen. I think it's a really cool looking thing. The tiles look nice. The granite countertop looks nice. These little cabinets on the side, I'm guessing that's where like they store some fancier dishes. That looks nice. This bar looks awesome. I would definitely eat breakfast here every single day. And the kitchen Kitchen looks awesome, especially these posters for like coffee brands or something like that. Okay, I do like the island in here, and I do also like the stained glass like little boxes hanging from here. I'm guessing that these are like window covers or something like that. Instead of blinds, you just have like little framed stained glass covers that you just plop into your windows. That is probably the best replacement for blinds I think I've ever seen. Yeah, light still comes through, but who cares? It's stained glass. Stained glass is awesome. This kitchen, I just love this kitchen. I'm not gonna lie. Even the like kitchen mat that you stand on while you're cooking over your built-in countertop stove looks cool and colorful and awesome. Like, this kitchen is just awesome. And let's see, is there anywhere else? These are some nice looking appliances right here. You have two good sitting chairs right here with thicker armrests, but they're not crazy thick armrests. And one of these days I'm going to make a video about, in my opinion, the perfect chair. Spoiler alert, no chair you have seen in this entire video has been the perfect chair. Anyway, let's go right here to this little corner right here, which is like a little bar area or something. Like, I can imagine if I lived here, me and some of my friends coming here, just like, you know, having breakfast or lunch here, or just stopping here after dinner, maybe with some ice cream or something like that. Like, this is just a wonderfully cozy environment that I just see right here. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a little office right here. Not exactly the best space for an office. I'd probably put it up on top of like this loft area. And also, we have a dining room. This dining room right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 seats for the 12 apostles. I'm guessing they probably kicked Judas out for betraying Jesus. That's why I'm gonna take a guess on why there's 12 here. Either that or Jesus wasn't included or something? I don't know why there's 12 chairs here. Why not have 13 in order to represent the 12 apostles and Jesus? That's only reasonable. And also, absolutely beautiful stained glass right up here. Just beautiful. This chandelier, absolute work of art. I'm guessing the chandelier probably costs more than my car, and there's 2 of them. Absolutely beautiful. This entrance right here is beautiful. It has these beautiful, useless vases right here that can never be used as actual vases, but who cares? It's colorful, it's made of glass, and it's fancy. That's all that matters. Okay, let's go through some of the images right here. This looks like a mud room right here, and this door right here, not gonna lie, kind of reminds me of the Super Smash Bros. Logo. There it is. This is a closer view of it, and it's like just offset. This cross thing is just off-center in the whole thing. Definitely reminds me of Super Smash Bros. This is what it looks like on the outside. Now it reminds me of The Hobbit with its, like, faded green texture. Reminds me of the beginning of The Unexpected Journey. It reminds me of the beginning of that movie. Okay. This is a very nice house. Get rid of these dumb gates. I don't like my house being separated up by gates like this, unless it's like a baby gate for like if you have toddlers or something. That is the most gates I can accept. Don't get big metal gates like this. This is obnoxious. This bathroom right here is very nice. Probably costs more than my car. This chair right here is okay, but still probably costs more than my car. And I absolutely love the stained glass, and it looks like there's a spiral staircase. There is. Let's see where it goes. Oh, it doesn't show us where it goes, but hey, there's a TV up here, and there's a speaker bar up here. That's not the place where I would put a speaker bar. I'd put a speaker bar under the TV because, well, the speakers are at the bottom of the TV by default, but putting a speaker bar down here would overall not have it covered up by the TV so that, you know, the sound waves can just smack you in the face while you and your significant other are trying to sleep. These chairs are also nice. And more stained glass. This place is so far like a 10 out of 10. Actually, no, it's probably more like a 9 out of 10 because my one complaint, what is this? Why aren't these 2 separate rooms? This is a bathroom right here and a bedroom. Why aren't these split in 2? You put all the effort into building this little wall right here, yet you didn't put in the effort to separate them. Why? This just feels lazy. Like, don't get me wrong, the bathroom is nice, and okay, you get a 9.9 out of 10. You got glass block. I love glass block. Glass block for life, baby. That stuff is awesome. We got a closet right here. Oh, we got the top of the spiral staircase right here. It looks like another kitchen right up here. Okay. And we have a hot tub on top of what I remember is possibly the garage, which is not good. Probably because water is stupidly heavy. But luckily, it looks like a shallow hot tub. So yeah, it's a shallow hot tub, it looks like, or possibly a shallow pool. And here's a view from that staircase on the inside for the loft area. Pretty nice. This is another view from up top. It's not as cluttered as I originally thought from that first inside image, but at the same time, it still looks pretty overcrowded, and this is what the top of the loft looks like. Oh yes, the house has 2 grand pianos and a couch right here that, once again, probably costs more than my car. Okay, and this right here is just awesome. This particular view of the stained glass window. If I lived here, I would put my bed here and I would sleep here every single night. And then, when I wake up, I would have the literal light of God shining down below me, which would just be a truly wonderful and magnificent way to wake up. Also, this whole house right here, I just love the fact that they just kept all the stained glass. Yeah, they took some of the stained glass and oh, I went a little far and I went to the basement. This basement looks more like something I'd see in, a normal person's house, and, there's a curtain right there. What could that possibly be for? I don't care about its surroundings, and, oh, picture was taken during Christmas time. Nice. I don't care about that. That's a golf simulator. That's a golf simulator. That is awesome. Okay, this golf simulator gets a 9 out of 10. They're not playing Wii Sports Resort Golf, so... yeah, they're not playing the peak golf game. And another fireplace. So far, I think this is the second fireplace we've seen in this building. Nice, very nice. We got a pool table right here, a red one. I've barely ever seen red ones. I've seen blue ones and green ones, but red ones are quite fancy. And we got a bar down here, nice. And looks like a popcorn or slushy machine. I don't even know what this thing could be. We got a fridge back there, little alcove right here, very cute. I always love when there's just random alcoves put into the wall, very nice. And we got this little dungeon looking place right here, but it's like a very comfortable, no, that's not a dungeon, that's a wine cellar. That's a wine cellar. Probably one of the best looking wine cellars I've ever seen, because it's not dark and scary and filled with evil zombies that like to drink wine. No, this place is cool. It has paintings or old art deco posters. There's just so many things in this house that I love. Also, this Porsche right here has carbon ceramic brakes. Do you know how I can tell? Yellow brake calipers. I remember seeing that from a YouTube short. I don't know which model of Porsche 911 this is, but I know it's definitely one that's been made in the last 20 years. And yeah, the bathroom looks good. This bedroom right here looks good, but this TV looks like it came out 15 years ago. This house has a bunch of brand new technology, but hey, if you're gonna cheap out somewhere, cheap out on one of the guest bedrooms, if I say so. This is a weird wall art right here. What is this man doing? Why is this man and this woman character whose hair is in a weird explosion, probably at a shock, realizing, oh my, there's a scuba diver in my bathtub. And she's probably concerned because her rubber ducky is out of the bathtub. Get your rubber ducky back in there or else they're gonna die. And yeah, overall, this is another bedroom right here. I like that there's a ladder to get you up here. That's a pretty cool little feature. And let's see. So far, the house is actually quite good looking. The house is quite phenomenal, if I say so myself. The pool on top of the garage, I'm not exactly a big fan of because structural integrity reasons. And this is the blueprint of the whole place. It's quite lovely, if I say so myself. My main problem is the main room. I feel like if there were more walls placed down or something, or that third floor loft area, if that area were just made larger, and, were to cover about half of the main room, I feel like it would have been overall better, but at the same time, I don't think it would, because you'd be blocking off a lot of these high, big ol' stained glass windows. So, in all honesty, now that I think about it, the way it is constructed is probably the best way to build it. And overall, as far as church conversions go, this one is actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. For $2.6 million deal, this place is an absolutely wonderful place. If I had the money, I would absolutely move here, even if it means moving to Michigan. Ugh. For nearly $17 million, you can live in this really cool mansion in Miami, Florida. It has 10 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, almost 28,000 square feet on a nearly 18.5-acre lot, and it was built in 2022. Let's check this place out. So far, this image looks quite nice. It's taken at night. I do like all the lighting around, and this right here, phenomenal pool. Really good pool right here. It's nice and big, probably has some deep end areas, and wow. This is awesome. The fact that it has its own lagoon and all that, that is just truly incredible. Truly, truly wonderful. And then there's this picnic shelter right here. This is just awesome. Truly wonderful picnic shelter. The inside right here definitely looks like a mall, not gonna lie. And, ooh, this is a night view. It looks actually quite nice at night. It looks better at night if I say so, because I always like malls at night. They're always so empty and always so ominous with their nature, and this right here, overall, it's a really good kitchen. It's nice and modern, has a bunch of shiny appliances all over the place. This living room right here feels kind of weird because there's no TV or anything like that, but overall, it's still a pretty good looking living room, and yeah, I hope that's not a real animal skin right there, because that would be pretty sad if it was. And I like how some of these pictures transition from day to night. That is something I find truly really cool about the presentation. The staircase is pretty nice. You have some mirrors right there. And these little windows right here, they kind of look like they're stained glass or something. I hope they are, because that would be extra cool. We have this little pool inside. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. We got a little coffee shelf right here, so that, you don't have to run to Starbucks or anything like that. You could just always go here if you want, if you need your coffee before going to the basement, just in case you don't want to go to the coffee machine in your kitchen. After all, this is a $17 million house. You probably have multiple coffee machines. Also, this room right here, big old pink carpet. I actually love it. It's a really cool rug right here. The floor right here is really cool. Looks like bamboo, hardwood, linoleum, whatever. It reminds me of a flooring that I've seen before and thought was really cool. This bed is gigantic. There's lots of furniture in here, and wait a minute. I think that's actual stained glass. I think that is actual stained glass. That is utterly beautiful. Okay, this kitchen... No, this is not a kitchen, it's a closet. There's no ovens or anything like that, but yeah, there's just lots of clothes in here. This bathroom right here is probably larger than my entire garage. I feel poor just looking at this place. This wall looks like marble, but probably isn't. Okay, we have more stained glass right here. That's really cool. We get this big old sofa right here. That's awesome. That sofa looked comfortable. This view is just really cool, especially during the day, because just look at all the palm trees right here. Just close up together. Then you have a lagoon right there. I hope alligators visit once in a while, because I really like alligators. This is also a really nice place. The floor is nice. The carpet is even nicer. This couch right here looks super comfortable. And it's a bedroom. I just noticed that a few seconds ago, because there's a big old bed right here. That looks awesome. And this bedroom is probably larger than my garage as well. Same thing, I feel poor looking at this. Just look at this. You know you're rich when you have two ominous black marble stone heads just in your bathroom for some reason, and that your sink is elevated above the actual countertop. You know that's when you're rich and you've made it in life. And why is there a urinal in here? Why? Why is there a urinal? This is complete buffoonery. This is complete madness. Okay, like, this right here, the button thing above the toilet, I can kind of understand that. That's, like, controls, because I think this is a smart toilet for some reason. And also, I just noticed, why is there a power outlet so high up? Like, if there was a power outlet by the sink, that would make sense for, like, a hairdryer, but the sink is tiny. And also, by the urinal, is that a thing where you screw in, like, a cable box or something? Like one of those ports that you would screw in a cable that goes into the back of a cable receiver. That's what that looks like. It's either that or an Ethernet port that you just plug into the wall. Like, that is just weird. Okay, and after that, oh, the pool has dolphins in it. Just how adorable is that? That is just truly wonderful. Okay, a pool table outside. Nice, that's how you know you're rich. Okay, oh, they have these little things right here. Another sign that you're rich, and they have a full kitchen. What appears to be a full kitchen under their thatch picnic shelter gazebo thing. They have swan and geese and a waterfall. That is awesome. Oh my, this place is awesome. And this is the poor people picnic shelter, that in all honesty was probably super expensive as well. And this is another view of that full kitchen right here. Everything is metal and like industrial restaurant grade. Like, this is just insane. I'm fairly certain I've seen some of these like in actual restaurant kitchens, by the way. Like, this is just ridiculous. The sheer amount of effort that went into making an outdoor kitchen. Like, if it were like a grill and that's about it, maybe some countertops, I'd understand that. But they went all out, and I just gotta say, this house is absolutely gorgeous. You have a greenhouse with no sides, because this is Florida. It's super humid here, and all that humidity is, well, good for the plants. You just want to make sure that they don't get too much sunlight or too much rain to make sure they don't drown. That's good. This is ominous and scary. I'm going to skip that. And right here, there's just a bunch of... This looks more like a resort than an actual house. Like, the fact that one person lives here, I do not believe that. Like, this is definitely a multi-family or cult house. Like, I could definitely imagine a cult calling this place home, because this thing is a formal entrance. Some secret society or cult definitely lives here. They have golf carts. What one person owns a house so large that you need a golf course to traverse the whole property? Rich people, or cults, or just groups of people who just live together. That's who. And it's kind of a shame that the house is only 2 stories, because for how big it is, I'd expect it to be a lot taller, or to have a significantly larger basement or something. But overall, this place is just a beautiful little place to be. You have a stone pizza cooking place. Sold. Absolutely sold on this. I just need almost $17 million. And what is this thing right here? You have your Chevy Malibu, your Chevy Explorer van, or GMC Explorer, I don't even know anymore. And, oh, this is where you park your RVs and stuff like that, and your cars, and, like, whatevers. You park everything under here. Just make sure you park all your supercars in, like, an actual garage so that they don't get, like, corroded. Just in case the supercars happen to be made of steel. Even though most are made of carbon fiber nowadays, just make sure they're kept safe from the humidity. They don't want to grow mold. It's a peacock! It's beautiful! Oh, the fact you have peacocks running around is just truly beautiful, wonderful, phenomenal. This just makes me happy. Just look at how beautiful that little creature is. It's a beautiful little thing. This looks like a sauna. This looks like a dentist office. Why would you have a dentist office in your house? Oh wait, I just remembered. They're probably super wealthy, and they could probably afford to house the dentist at their own house. They don't need to bother with hiring a dentist or something like that. No, the dentist can just live at their house with them. Okay, very nice light right here. Okay, this is a huge shower. Okay, there's a bowling alley with like a bunch of family pictures, a bar as well. I'm guessing this is like either... Okay, you know what? Scratch the whole basement theory. I just forgot that this is in Florida. And overall, that's cool. Yes. You have a Bentley Continental, a Porsche 911, a McLaren GT, and a Jaguar Type F, along with your 4-car garage. This is a pretty interesting car selection. You have 3 British cars and 1 German car. One of them is likely to probably outlast the others, and that's probably going to be the Porsche. Okay, and so far this house is just beautiful. I think it's a wonderful house. Just the sheer amount of greenery you have all around it is just incredible. And this place is just, it just makes me happy knowing that this place exists and knowing just how tropical and wonderful it is. It's surrounded by like farms and stuff like that. But yet, you would never guess that by just looking at this place. It looks like it's in the middle of a jungle. Like, that's the beauty of this thing. It is just so beautiful. And, well, it's on a pretty big lot. Has a lot of cool stuff, but for almost $17 million, I think it's probably a bit much. Even if it were cheaper, it would still be a bit much, because this is an absolutely gigantic space. I could not live here alone. Our next house is a house in Spokane, Washington. It's Washington State, to be exact. It's on a pretty decently sized lot. It's only 1,000 square feet. It has 2 beds, 1 bath, and is almost $350,000. Yikes. And, let's just say this house had a lot of personal customizations put into it, because it's blue and white and colorful. Wow. Just wow. This house is just so decorated, and oh my. The inside is an absolute fever dream of just colors. This is utterly insane. There's flowers blooming out of the ceiling. There's bunnies blooming out of the wall. There's flowers blooming out of this sofa that looks like it's 400 years old. Like, just, there's flowers blooming out of structural beams within the house. There's a peacock in the wall. Nice. And just, wow. This house is just so much color in here. And thank you, pet cat. You know what? Later today, I'm gonna say thank you to Olive. She's a very wonderful cat, and of course there's barn doors in here for that wonderful aesthetic, and there's the cat. Oh, they're so cute! There's the cat, but Olive's still cuter, okay? This is the kitchen. It's purple and pink and beautiful. Like, it's beautiful in that whimsical manner. Like, I just love how little this person cares about what people think about their house. They just decide, you know what, it's my house, I'm gonna make it as colorful as humanly possible. And that's just wonderful. I absolutely love that for them. This is the bedroom. There's the cat again, that's wonderful. There's a butterfly lamp right up here, that's beautiful. All that glass in there, that's just genuinely beautiful. I think glasswork is something that needs to be taught in schools, and it's just something that everyone needs to appreciate, because glasswork is awesome. Tons of birds on here, very pretty and colorful, and overall for me, this house would probably be a bit too much with all the color. I'd like some things that are just simple whites, blacks, and grays, but this is still a pretty cozy looking house. We have an electric piano, it looks like, because of all these little knobs and dials and just buttons. Yeah, that's what this looks like, and we got a pinball machine with a skirt on it. Ooh la la, and I think it's a Dolly Parton pinball machine. This is wonderful. We got some speakers down here, a chair on here with like a purple and black cheetah print sweater or jacket on top of it. We got flower lights. This is wonderful. More flowers coming out of the wall, because why not? Some more Dolly Parton or Marilyn Monroe, I don't know. Little cat tree, that's beautiful. Okay, outside isn't as glamorous. It definitely has a mildly abandoned, mildly not as looked after feel to it, but considering how much love the inside got, I can kind of look this over, considering how much love the inside got. After all, what if this place, like, rains, like, most of the year? You can't use this most of the year if it rains all the time. And so far, the house itself, it's not the best. I wouldn't move here personally. Like, the house definitely is a little too small if I were to have any other people, but if it were just me, I could probably live here on my own. But $345,000 is definitely a bit much for this place, especially considering that there are condos around here, and if I'm just moving into the area as a single person, I'd probably be better off with one of the condos, not one of these houses. If it were, like, me and, like, a wife, then maybe I'd move into this little house. It's a very comfortable, cozy-looking place, and it's a very cute environment. And look at this! You even got a basement right here, that's pretty cool. Okay, you got a room right here. This right here is the map right here. You have the game room, which appears to be, like, the interior or something like that. Like, the entrance hall. Then you have the kitchen. Then you have the dining area, the living room. Actually, now that I think about it, this is probably the entrance area. This is the living room. There's a fireplace here. There's a bedroom, a walk-in closet, bathroom, nice. You got a kitchen, another bedroom, walk-in closet. This is just a lot of really cool stuff in this place. I think it's an awesome house. Overall, my biggest problem with this place, just the price. Because for what it is, it's a good house, but the price definitely seems a bit high for what you're getting, especially for a 1,000 square foot house with a single bathroom. But overall, this house has character, and I love that. Our next house is for $299,900. It's in Pennsylvania. Once again, I think we already had a house there. It's 2,030 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double the last house, and cheaper than the last house, so automatically it's already a better deal, with a slightly larger lot, being around 20-something thousand square feet in converting. And let's see this house right here. So far, it looks kind of promising so far. Doesn't look like the highest quality house in existence, but it definitely looks like a better place than the last place, because, one, you get more space, you get more restrooms, and this is a nice looking kitchen, and where did everything go? Where did everything go? Oh my! Everything just disappeared! I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a pretty cool little thing, where they showed a before and after picture for, like, moving out. That's pretty cool. The kitchen itself, it's okay. I've definitely seen better, but I've also seen worse. This room right here is like a sunroom, absolutely wonderful, and where did everything go? Where did everything go? Okay, and this is a bathroom right here, nice. This is a little office right here, pretty cool. This is, I'm guessing, the same office, but with all the furniture removed. Another bedroom right here. This is pretty cool, and the fact you need a little step right there, that's actually pretty neat. Okay, little closet right there, another closet right there. Pretty cool. Room right here, and let's see. It disappears. That's nice, and oh! There's a pink room up here. I'm guessing this is for the girl children, but yeah. Let's see, does it disappear? It does. Okay, this is a blue room for the boy child. Let's see, does it disappear? If it does, I'm gonna be happy. It does, that's pretty cool. Also, if you look carefully, there's a little door right here, probably to access the attic. That's like right here, pretty nice. And this is another view of the basement. Not too bad, 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 not too bad. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is an indoor pool, carpeted walls, what appears to be, like, fake grass, felt, whatever in here. There's a slide inside. What on earth were these people thinking when designing this place? It's cool, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's also insane. Oh, and also the backyard's not that good. So, Yeah, you get an indoor pool in this thing, and it's a bit crazy, the indoor pool, but at the same time, this house is also pretty neat. I would buy it if I were in the market, because overall, it looks like a pretty decent house, all things said and done.
Yeah, try to keep up.
Alright, we're back in California right here with a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 645 square foot house that got crushed by a tree. Okay, and if you can see, I'm censoring out the price, because I want you guys to guess how much this goes for. Let's see, it's destroyed. There's literal rooms of the house that were a part of the inside that are now open to the public. And let's see, look at that, there's overgrown plants everywhere. The house is probably having, like, termite problems right now because of all the wood that was inside the house that used to be all sealed inside, now being open to the elements. And any, like, stuff in there that was used to, like, protect it from, you know, rotting and stuff like that is probably not exactly holding up all that well underneath the Californian sun. And let me tell you, this house sold for $370,000. And it's on a 2,504 square foot plot of land. Oh my. But hey, it was also built in 1921. That's neat. But at the same time, I don't think this is worth $370,000. It's a bit much if I say so.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Alright, we're covering a house in Calera, Alabama, and we're not covering this house because it's weird or anything like that. Let's go through all the pictures real quick. It's not all that weird. It's an okay looking house for modern standards. It's pretty neat if I say so myself. It's not the best house. There are definitely things I would fix. It has glass windows, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Perfect. This house is perfect. It's $258,000, which is probably a bit much. The backyard is decently sized. It could be larger for the price, but hey, this is $258,000. A whole lot better than what it used to be. You want to know what it used to be? It used to be over $250 million. Yeah, someone accidentally listed their home for $258 million instead of $258,000. So yeah, for a short period of time, this was like the most expensive house in the entire state of Alabama.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Let's look at Maine right here, particularly with something a little more high-end. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, almost 5,000 square feet on a 13-acre lot built in 2001 for a little under $4.9 million. Is it a bit much? Maybe. We gotta look at the pictures. So far, the house actually looks absolutely beautiful. I love this angled design right here, and it looks like the whole thing has like wood shingles all over the place, which look nice for the first few years, but just make sure that they don't rot, because oh boy, then that will cause problems. But this picture right here, absolutely beautiful view. Also, this thing has a 3-car garage. I approve of it. Okay, let's see. This house just has some beautiful views. The inside of this house is also beautiful right here. There's granite on the walls, granite floors, there's wood all over the place. This is just a beautiful home right here. I would absolutely live here if I had the money, because one, the view is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The house also looks super comfortable, even though the floors and some of the walls are granite and the house is made of wood. It's still a beautiful house with a beautiful view, tons of light. It's just wonderful. This place is awesome. You have a little table for you and your friends to either eat or read at or play the campaign for North Africa, the Desert War 1940 to 43. You could play that there, but you'd probably need a bigger table. And you know what? Looks like the perfect place to play it, and I'm not gonna lie, that deck is awesome. The fact that it's like semi-enclosed by the roof, but also is open, is just beautiful. I love this so much. It is just a phenomenal design. And just the wood goes all over the place in a bunch of straight lines. It looks chaotic, but at the same time, it also comes together beautifully. Like, I just love this. This is one of the bedrooms right here. Has an absolutely beautiful view. Has a view of the roof right here. That's beautiful. And I love near vertical roofs. Okay, this right here is probably the first problem I see. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of green pool tile or something like this. This reminds me of like the YMCA or something like that. But it could be worse. It could be worse. Luckily, the grout is whitish gray, which is a whole lot better than sparkly grout, because you could have sparkly grout. And so far, all the wood looks real, so it's not the same problem that we're facing with some of the earlier houses. And right here, some beautiful windows. Just, I love this. I love this. I don't know how to stress that enough. If I had the money, I would probably move here. Because just, wow, this place is gorgeous. This bedroom looks awesome. It looks nice and cozy and warm, and it has some pretty cool little places. This bathroom looks nice with a great view, and this kitchen is okay. The kitchen could have been better, but it's okay. You see, my main problem with the kitchen, not enough of the kitchen is exposed to the deck area. Like, when you're cooking stuff at your microwave or something like that, you might want a view of the deck to see if, like, there's any birds out there eating or something, assuming you have, like, a bird feeder out there. That would be cool, but you can't. But hey, when you're using the cooktop, you can always turn around to see if there's any birds out, so that's a plus. And, ooh, nice, they have washing machine and dryer right here. Another sink. I'm guessing this is the laundry room, but it's also part of the kitchen as well. That's a little weird, but overall, this little door right here probably helps with, like, dividing them somewhat, but at the same time, there's, like, a big open gap right here. In all honesty, I probably wouldn't care if I actually lived here, because this house is just awesome. I think this house would probably change my life overall, making me just forget about lots of things I see as problems now. Like, if I lived here, I would probably learn to live with the fact that my laundry room and kitchen are basically the same room. This is a little enclosed deck. I really like it. Okay, this looks like a basement of some kind. A picture of possibly a forest fire or something like that. That kind of looks like a burnt windmill turbine because of the reflection of the lampshade. It made it look like a wind turbine blade. Overall, this is a pretty neat little picture right here. The carpet is green, which isn't the best, but it does kind of remind me of pool felt, like, you know, pool table felt. It reminds me of that, but I like it. And this is a great office right here. You have a big old window for you and your friends to do some gameplay. You could play the campaign for North Africa, or you could play an actually playable game like World in Flames, or literally anything else. Okay, this is just beautiful. Is this a sound recording studio? Is this a recording studio? I think it is. That was awesome. Okay, then you have this little place to watch TV on your giant, like, 25-year-old TV or something. A TV that, when brand new, probably cost about half as much as my house. But also, beautiful painting right there. Beautiful. Some of the wood does look a little faded, but kind of also gives this place some charm. Like, it's a beautiful place, and I love just the fact that the roof, if you really wanted to, and if you were brave enough, you could walk up here and then just walk onto the roof. That's awesome. This right here is a pretty nice view of, like, the basement entrance, and I like that the plants are overgrown here. It makes it look like the house is one with nature, and that's something I always love. Especially when the house is, like, actually lived in. If the house is just sitting there, but it's, like, super ornate and cool, but the plants are growing onto it in, like, a respectable way, not, like, growing in the kitchen, but, like, growing around, like, the outside, I respect that, and I think that looks cool. And this picture right here is awesome. Like, this view right here, I could probably have this as my computer background. That is how much I love this view right here. It is beautiful. Like, I might have a new dream house. Like, I'm not kidding. This house is awesome. Okay, this is also another really cool view. The staircase takes you up to the deck, but the thing is, you can get onto this rock, get up here, and then climb onto the roof. Getting onto the roof at this house is so easy. It's so easy and incredible, it's just awesome. Also, you have some cool little outdoor trail things with this little stone right here as like a trail marker or something. That's really cool. And, oh, you have a little garden, that's adorable. This is so cute. Okay, right up here, you have your beach area, which is awesome. I absolutely love the beach. And let's see. Now, these are just some of this other photos right here, and this is just a phenomenal house. Instant 10 out of 10. Now, my one downside is the price. Almost $5 million does seem like a lot of money for a house that is a little chaotic on the inside, but considering just how incredible this house was, like just how incredible some of the rooms were, and how incredible the view and location is, I might just not care. I might just not care, and just hope that if I ever win the lottery, this is probably where I'll be moving. And that this place is just beautiful. Our next house is in Michigan right here, and I don't know how to pronounce that. It's in Laverne Street for $144,500. 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,148 square feet, a .88 acre lot, built in 1950, and it does appear to be in disrepair, unfortunately, but hey, let's see if this house is salvageable in any stretch of the imagination. Maybe the house part might not be, because all the windows are boarded up. This does not appear to be a good start, but hey, maybe the inside is better than expected. Okay, the floors are a bit dirty. This looks like where a fridge used to be. That stove definitely looks like it came from the 50s. Just wow. Oh my. There's green cabinets, green door, pink tiles, white kitchen appliances. Oh my, and that floor is done for. It looks rotted through. Those windows, oh, they're boarded up. The windows might possibly be salvageable. Keyword is might, because, oh my. This is just kind of sad, because these are pastel colors, which don't pop as much as neon colors, but they're still a lot better than the boring beiges and grays and whites that most people paint in their homes nowadays. Alright, we have a picture of the floor plan right here, which shows, you know, the living room right here, with a door right here that's given an entrance. Then we go to the dining room. Then you go into this little hallway area, which has a bathroom and a closet in the first bedroom. Second bedroom doesn't have a closet, but, this looks like a staircase in the second bedroom. That's a bit strange. Or is that just a second entrance or something? I don't know what this is. This is a really weird representation. Then there's a breezeway and a kitchen. I don't really understand what this is. Whenever I see a bunch of rectangles stacked together, I always think, oh, staircase. Let's see. Okay, the house is definitely kind of sad. I will admit that. Like, this house probably had a lot of potential back when it was new, and it kind of looks pretty neat, but at the same time, this house probably has tons of mold and, like, rotting wood and all that. Like, the bathroom, I don't know if that is salvageable, like, at all. I'm not a bathroom expert, nor am I a renovation expert, and, oh, I just found out. This is the second bedroom, and this is the staircase right here. It goes up! So, yeah, I don't know where that staircase goes. We just gotta look and find out. And, okay, this appears to be the breezeway, or, like, the lower breezeway? I don't know anymore. And it appears that there's a garage as well, and oh my. Oh my. This house is an absolutely gigantic garage. One section is 2 cars deep. The other section is 2 cars wide, tear out this wall right here and maybe keep those right there in order to, like, you know, separate these two off as, like, oh, this is where you park your daily driver, this is where you work on your weekend project, this whole section right here. This could actually be a genuinely cool little place to have a car if you're, like, a car enthusiast. Like, this could have been so incredible. Could have been, like, the perfect home for a car enthusiast. Like, look how deep this garage is. You could easily park 2 cars, possibly even 3, assuming this is long enough and your car is small enough. This is just a tragedy that this house is in such disrepair. Like, this could have been incredible. This could have been, like, the greatest house ever. This could have been my future dream home, but it's in such disrepair that it's probably a teardown. And there's even a little attic entrance. There's a storage room in the garage. That's really cool. A bathroom. I'm guessing this is like the garage bathroom because there's like a shop or something like that here. It's a really cool thing. Like, this house just makes me sad because there's so much potential this place could have had, but unfortunately it was left to rot in disrepair and appears to have never been finished because there aren't any, like, panels covering all this wood and stuff like that. It just breaks my heart to see such a cool looking house, a house with such an interesting design, just go to waste. The fact that this house that could have been easily one of the coolest houses in existence is just rotting away somewhere in Michigan just breaks my heart, and it is so tragic. Like, this house right here, absolute tragedy, just what is happening to it. The garage, absolute masterpiece of a place. It is gigantic, it has tons of space for cars, tons of space for working on cars and, like, designing stuff. Like, if I bought this house, it would probably cost more than the house itself to get it fixed up, because, one, there's rotted floors, there's possibly mold everywhere, I don't even know what the insulation looks like, but this house is just, it just makes me want to cry looking at it, and I hope that someday, instead of someone tearing this house down, someone buys it and fixes it up, because they have the same feelings for it that I do. They see it as something cool and worth saving, and if it does get torn down, which is probably more likely, I hope that, like, the floor plans and stuff like that, I hope that they're still up here on Zillow and they're saved so that someone can use them as, like, an inspiration for their future dream house, because that is one way that this house could live on, because this house right here was just horribly mistreated, and this house just deserves better. Overall, this is just a wonderful house that has just suffered a horrible fate that it should have never had to suffer. This house right here that I'm showing is actually quite special, not because of its price. It's only $237,000. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,859 square feet, was built in 1964. No, the thing that makes this house special is the 115,198,120,188.2 acres that this thing comes with. I'm fairly certain that is about the equivalent of all the land on Earth, or something like that. That's, if my math is correct, that is about the equivalent of all the land on Earth. Possibly the entire Earth's surface area. I don't know if that's correct, but that is an utterly stupid amount of land, and if you own the world after buying this house right here, if that's what you get for just buying this house, absolute steal. I'm surprised that billionaires aren't fighting over buying this house because, well, they want to rule the world according to media. According to conspiracy theorists, billionaires want to rule the world. If they really want to do so, buy this house so that the entire world is legally yours. It's a no-brainer. Anyone can do it. Well, anyone with $237,000. And, well, anyone who's also in the market for moving, because, well, you'd have to move to a completely new house, and overall, it doesn't really matter. The fact that you get this much land makes this thing an instant steal. Instant. You thought the last house was overly complicated and over the top. This $25 million mansion with 12 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and 12,709 square feet might just do the trick for being one of the most over-the-top houses in existence. It has 209 images. We're gonna go through them pretty fast. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Anyway, the first few are probably just outside views right here. Pretty neat. And so far, looking pretty good. It definitely does have some over-the-top decorations. Okay. Where's the inside? I want to see the inside. Where is the inside? No, I'm actually getting mad. Where's the inside? Okay. The front doesn't actually look too bad. And oh my. That is an awful lot of wood carving. Like, that probably cost thousands of dollars to get done, assuming this is all custom. Like, just wow. An utterly insane amount of wood carving, so much decorations everywhere. Just, oh my. There's a slide in the stairwell. There's a fish hanging from the ceiling. There's just tiles and glass, and it's beautiful, but at the same time, it is an absolute eyesore. This room might be even worse. There's a bunch of furniture that I can barely see due to just how over the top this place is decorated. Then you have this table right here, which has like a really over the top chess set. You have a cross that a dragon is using as like a perch to sleep on the wall. You have angels right here. You have more dragons. You have stained glass, which I'll give you points, is awesome. Just, oh my. You have a Viking boat as a kitchen table. I'm gonna take a guess that this house right here is a bit of Norse mythology mixed with, Christianity mixed with, color obsession. Because, wow, there is so much color and just... This is Norse mythology, Christianity, and Art Deco. That's how I see this thing. It is utterly ridiculous, and I love it. Not even gonna lie, I love it. The fact that this person went all out with designing their house like this is good, but at the same time, it's a bit much for me. Like, I would never, ever, ever live here, because, one, it is overwhelming just looking at this thing. So imagine what it would look like in real life. Like, just walking through this place in real life past hundreds, if not thousands, of custom wood-carved items, pieces of stained glass, furniture that you can barely differentiate from the surroundings, tons of bottles just hanging up, probably to give it colorful lights effects, and just so much things going on in here. This place is just... wow. Why is there a urinal in the bathroom? Why? There's also a toilet here that is way over decorated. Like, this person decorated their toilet. That should give you an idea of just how dedicated this person was to decorating their house. They decorated the toilet. People don't do that. Normal people don't do that. This looks like a ceramic slab that looks like a kiln, a mobile kiln, because there are the wheels underneath. Just, what is this place? This place is not a house. This is an eyesore, but a beautiful eyesore because of all the stained glass, all the custom wood carvings, all the Norse mythology, Christianity, Art Deco-ish styling, and just... this place is beautiful, hideous, and also awe-inspiring at the same time. I love this place so much. I would never want to live here, but I love it. Like, knowing the fact that this place exists. This person made their staircase into a treehouse. Look at this! This person did that. They made a Flying Dutchman. I don't know what that's from or what it even is. Then their upstairs is a jungle. There's books all over the place. There's branches and trees. Just what? Do we have Japanese mythology in here now, with like possibly some Chinese mythology? What on earth is this place? There's just so much going on that I could probably make like a whole like 8-hour long video analyzing everything in here. And that probably wouldn't be enough to look over absolutely everything in this place. Because just wow, this place is over the top. I thought it was going to be like a lot of like gaudy rich people furniture with like gold and stuff like that. No, I did not expect like paint and like everything to be customized. I did not expect this level. Oh, the sauna is just normal. Now we're back to what we know and love. This is beautiful. There's stained glass. It's just wow. Like, just wow. The fact this place even exists makes me happy. I would never want to live here, of course. I know I've said that like a couple times, but there's just, where do I even begin with like explaining what is going on? There's dogs all over this room right here. Then there's wood carvings, the ceiling fan blades. The blades of the ceiling fan are customized. That should give you an idea of the level of detail that went into this thing. Utter madness and lunacy. I love it. I truly love it. And if the owner of this house ever happens to find this video, when I'm older, I think I would like to drive down to Florida and take a tour. And oh, this looks like the kids' bedroom right here. The kids have a slide, they have horses and stained glass, obviously, that's for sure. And also, a painting on the ceiling of one of the angels. I'm not sure which angel it is, but it's definitely one of the archangels or something like that. It guards the kids from Satan while they sleep, and they have their guardian horses or something like that. Like, there's just so much going on. Like, this is a neat little gaming setup. Like, the gaming setup is probably, like, the least interesting thing going on right here. Like, yeah, this person has a gaming setup, that's neat. I don't even care about, like, what the specs of their setup is, like, what games they play. I don't even care about that. What I think is cool is that there's stained glass here, more stained glass around the place of, like, different religious symbols. There's crosses, Star of David, the Taijitu, or the Yin Yang, whatever you call it. There's Hinduism, there's, like, Buddhism, I believe. There is just so much going on in this house. Like, try to guess what religion this person adheres to. Challenge difficulty? Impossible. I don't think it's possible to guess what religion this person adheres to from just the artwork in their house, because they have artwork depicting Buddhism, they have artwork depicting Hinduism and Christianity, like, and Norse mythology and, like, paganism. Like, even this toilet is modified and decorated, and there's little cabinets in the bathtub. Just, what kind of madman designed this place? Because this is just, wow. Oh, wait, I just noticed something. Oh, look right there. You have someone to sleep with, so you're never lonely. And also, beautiful pieces of artwork. Like, I think this person just makes this stuff all day. And then, I'm fairly certain that this is... Oh, I just noticed this. I can barely even think. Just all the things going on here. Just, wow. There's just so much artwork everywhere. Like, this is like an art museum, but you threw it into a blender, mixed it up with like every type of mythology, a bunch of stained glass, and just as much free time as humanly possible, because this is awesome. It's a frog restroom! It's a frog restroom! It's a frog toilet, frog sink, frog shower! There's frogs everywhere! This is beautiful! I'm sold. Sold! Sold! Someone give me $25 million. I need to live here right this instant. This place has a frog bathroom. Frog bathroom. Think about that. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, and this is a necessity in life. I must live here. I must live here. Please let me live here. It is a frog restroom. The pool is shaped like a fish, which is awesome. And there's a dragon on the fire pit. There's the alm. There's like a hand of some kind. Like, just, oh my. Unfortunately, they drive the lame version of the Land Rover Defender, the new one. The lame version being the 4-door. Everyone knows the 2-door new Land Rover Defender is the best version, because that's the version LEGO made a LEGO set of. So yeah, sell that car and get the 2-door version. That's like my only complaint with this thing. And another complaint, this thing is an eyesore, but in like the best way possible. This person doesn't care. They're probably too rich to care. And that's the thing I love about this thing. They don't care, and they love it. They absolutely love this house that they designed, and it's their unique creation, and anyone who sees it just falls in love with it immediately. This is everything that modern house design isn't. This house is complicated, over-decorated, Art Deco, but in a modern sense. Meanwhile, a lot of houses nowadays are just boring and stuff like that. Like, this house right here, absolutely beautiful. And if the owner of this house happens to be watching, your house is absolutely phenomenal. I just want to say that.
The next house we'll be covering is a house in Oregon on Hood River.
It is insanely colorful, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 5,340 square feet, built in 1920. So that means this house is 105 years old. And just look at how colorful it is. This thing is just awesome. It just screams happy. That's all this house is, just happy. Look at this view right here. It's beautiful. You get a view of the mountains, a view of the river, a view of the bridge that trains cross, or cars, I don't know. But, oh my. Oh my! The inside is even more insane than I originally expected. I thought the inside would be like some normal furniture with like some really colorful decorations, but no. It's just color. It's color everywhere. Like, this couch might be somewhat normal. And, well, there's just lots of color here. The stairs have blue carpet. That's awesome. I love this picture of this cat. The chandelier, absolute nightmare if you want to dust or clean this thing. Yeah, these are basically impossible to clean due to just how complex of a shape they are. But overall, still a really cool design. You have a more formal chandelier inside of your blue, green, yellow, and purple, like, glass house thing. This is like an outdoor deck area, but it's like enclosed in glass. It looks pretty cool. And this is what it looks like from the inside. It's kind of boring from the inside, if I say. It's an awful lot of white, especially for a house with this much color. You couldn't have done better for that one room, but I will have to say, this is a pretty cool place. You have a ceiling up here with mirrors on it so you can get more color reflected to you, just in case you don't have enough color right in front of you. Okay, this right here is pretty neat. You have some statues and stuff like that. You have more statues, more color, more color. I need more... What was... Oh my, this bathroom has like old 50s diner kitchen tile, and it also kind of looks like an old New York subway. The toilet is green, the bathtub is green, the sink is green. That is awful, but wonderful at the same time. Okay, the gym is a little boring. Like, yeah, you have colored weights and all that, but this room, there's an awful lot of white and unpainted surfaces. Not good. Nah, we fixed it. Here it is. You have green carpet, green walls, green ceiling, green furniture. Okay, this is just a picture of this light because this light is beautiful. This light wanted its picture taken for the world to see. And it gets the view of a beautiful mountain, beautiful forest, beautiful rivers, and occasionally, assuming the right cars pass by, beautiful cars. Okay, this is pretty cool. You have your colorful lawn chairs right here, and this house is just awesome. I just have to say that. The stairs are colorful even, like that is attention to detail right there. Like most people never think to paint that in any color, but this, they made sure to give this thing as much beautiful color as possible, and I love it. I absolutely love this place. It is beautiful, but I would never live here for a few reasons. One, it was built in 1920, and two, since it was built in 1920, it might not have, like, some things that modern houses have. And also, this house looks like it has a lot of wood in its construction, so that means it might be quite flammable, and oh my, this house used to be 1.5 million back when it was listed, but then eventually it increased to like 2 million. Oh my. I think this house is just increasing in value due to its historical status, just the sheer quirkiness of it. Like, I think this house is just straight up increasing its value. Like, this might be one of the few houses in the world that's like a genuinely good investment.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 15,000 square foot barn in South Dakota. But it's the design and layout that I like about this house. It is none other than 45849 184th Street, Castlewood, South Dakota. That's right. This is the house we're talking about right here. One of my favorite houses I've ever found on r/Zillowgonewild. This house right here, as you can clearly tell from the pictures, has tons of space. Tons of garage space, is very rural, and it's just a really cool little place. And also, here's a picture of the inside. Yes, it's a bit dated, I will admit. The kitchen is definitely dated, but it's overall a very cozy and somewhat liminal feeling inside. Like, I would definitely renovate it if I lived here. Don't get me wrong, there would definitely be a lot of renovation going on in order to make it more my style, but right now, it's still a beautiful place. We have taxidermied animal heads, we have 2 deers, a boar, and a hat and a cow skull right there on the fireplace. That's pretty cool, but I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that type of stuff. And, well, here's a picture of the kitchen. As I said, it's pretty dated, and I would definitely remake this. But overall, I like just how spacious this place is. The fact that it's just so crazy. It goes all out into its barn theme, but at the same time, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place that just feels cozy. Like, I don't know, but deep down inside, something about this just makes me love it. Oh, there's a picture of Jesus and his disciples are on the wall. I'm not entirely sure because I'm looking at this from a tiny distance, but at the same time, it's a really cool picture. This furniture right here actually looks quite comfortable, but it does look a bit old. And there's a staircase right there, neat. And this place is just awesome. And I think it even comes with a guest house. That's awesome. A guest house with a 2-car garage. That's awesome. But that's not where we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at our main house right here, which is a giant turret right here. A big old castle turret. That is awesome. That is truly awesome. You have a big old garage for farm equipment. No pavement needed. And in this place, there's just so much space. And this place, get this, even doubles as a runway. Yes, you can land small planes here. So that means this is technically the world's cheapest airport. But unfortunately, it's off the market, so there's no official price. But back when I checked, it was $420,000 for a 2.5 acre plot. And this is what it looks like inside the turret. Pretty nice. And here's another view of the inside right here, probably nearby, like, where the turret and the actual barn connect. Rather beautiful, and just This house is just awesome, but I'm guessing it's definitely more work-oriented because, yeah, this right here looks like a packaging facility for, like, packaging, like, farmers market goods and stuff like that. I don't entirely know what this is, but it does look pretty neat. Okay, and this right here just looks like an office right here. This straight-up office. I feel like I've seen this room in my dreams before, but yeah. We have another garage right here with a nice old Jeep in here, and it has a paved floor. Lots of space to work on your cars. Like, this house right here has a wonderful amount of space right here for working. This right here is a great office right here. Pretty cool. Looks like it has access to the rest of the house right over there. And then our final image, which is another garage, this time with an old Ford. I don't know if that's an F-150 or an F-100. Might be in 100 because of just how old the vehicle is. Like, there's rust all over the place. I don't know what it could be, but overall, this house is awesome. This house is awesome, and overall, it's a tragedy that it's not on the market anymore because this house is awesome. Yes, it does need renovation. It doesn't need as much renovation as that one deteriorated house from Michigan that was an absolute tragedy. This house right here, all it really needs is just a little bit of renovation, made slightly more modern, maybe some sky windows or like some extra windows for the offices, definitely more bathrooms because one bathroom for a 15,000 square foot complex is unacceptable, but this house right here is absolutely wonderful and I would love to live here. The next house we're going to be covering is none other than this house right here for almost $1.5 million. 6 bed, 5 bath, 4,920 square feet. Looks absolutely beautiful. Looks like something straight out of a fiction movie. Beautiful from the outside. I do like the weird shape of the house, and oh, this is a really nice kitchen area. You have your fireplace wood storage area right here. You have a view straight into your living room. That's wonderful. The walls and everything in this house are made out of wood, so just make sure not to have a flamethrower in here. And oh, this is that living room, probably. Like, this is actually just really cool. Like, I would probably take a nap here. That's how comfortable this place looks right here. This little nook and cranny looks so comfortable that I would probably genuinely consider this as like a napping corner. This is a view from the outside. Absolutely beautiful house. Absolutely stunning in so many ways. This right here is a view of the outside. It's not as majestically stunning because there are definitely some weeds, but at the same time, the pool is a weird shape. There's a bunch of natural rocks. There's pink leaves all over the place. I don't really mind. This is another view of the inside. Absolutely beautiful design with all the furniture and stuff. Like, yeah, this is a plaid couch, it looks like. There's a lot of chairs with wicker construction and all that. That's nice. I like the big windows that give you access to the outside, but also it's a very quiet interior, but at the same time it's also one that has character. It's not like overly minimalistic in my opinion. Okay, this right here, 2-floored living room, already awesome. You got some steps into your dining room or a study room. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we're probably gonna get another view into it. And oh, we didn't, but hey, we got another view of the outside, and this house is just beautiful. I love the outside view. Another view of the pool. This is a better view overall because we get to see a field of grass right there. It's beautiful. Okay, we have a flower. We have another view of probably the same field with a gazebo right in front of a sand pit, which has a fence. Anytime I see a sand pit with a fence right next to it, I immediately think school baseball field. That's what I immediately think of. Okay, we have an aerial view. Very nice. The pool is actually quite nice looking with its strange shape, but it looks like there's dirt at the bottom of it. Like, at least clean that out if you're selling it for almost $1.5 million. Like, a $1.4 million house, yes, I'd understand having dirt at the bottom of your pool, but this is almost $1.5 million. You can't have dirt at the bottom of your pool! Oh, look how cute that thing is! Oh, look at that. That is so adorable. It's like a little baby owl. It might be fully grown. I don't know. I'm not an owl expert. That's the thing. Okay, this looks to be like a guest house of some kind. That's actually really cool. No, I think that's that kitchen thing. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Got another view of the pool, and I'm fairly certain that is dirt at the bottom of that. Not looking good. Okay, the inside's quite nice. I'm fairly certain that whale might be from that one book. The book Moby Dick. Why did I forget what the book is called? I can't believe it. It's like one of the most famous books ever made, and yet I forgot its name. But one thing I love about this room, the red paint all over the place. I do like these chairs right here. They look comfortable, but they look like they'd be really hot in the summer because, one, this is leather, and two, it's black leather. That does not look like it would be comfortable in the summer. Okay, this is a little nice bar area. This is actually a really beautiful shot right here because you have your little stone wall, a little pond, or attempt at a pond right here. It's probably like a frog swimming pool or something like that. And then you have red, orange, and yellow leaves all over the place. Absolutely beautiful. Now we have another view of the gazebo area, which, I don't know if this is a guest house or if it's a part of the same building. I'm having a hard time telling, but considering that there's no crazy triangular roofs in just tower form right next to it or anything like that, considering that there's none of that, I'm gonna take a guess this is like a separate, smaller part of the property. It's like a guest house or something. Okay, this is a nice view. Another very nice view. I love it all that much. I absolutely love this view right here because you get a view straight into like the staircase, which is like behind a window and all that. But you also get this beautiful stone path right here. You have tons of plants all over the place. It's beautiful. Okay, this is interesting. You have tons of plants right here, which is nice. Another grandfather clock. There was one in the red room that I forgot to mention. But this right here is a planter. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a dining room. It's a dining room. I was right on my first guess. It's a dining room. We have a sketch of a frog right here. Very nice. We get some flower sketches, some fine china right here. It would be even more fine if they used, like, I don't know, It would be even more fine if they had a grommet mug in there, because we all know that is the finest drinking vessel you could possibly have. And also, this is just a really nice looking place. Overall, there's nothing I can really complain about, other than, like, maybe some weeds around the pool. Like, the pool right here does look nice, but what are, like, these rusted metal cutouts supposed to even be? This one, I think, is like a frog doing a handstand. This is like a kid holding a bird or something like that. That is just a demon. I don't even know what that could be over there. Oh, look at that! Oh, it's so cute! I love it so much! Oh, it's Mr. Big Fat Toad! Oh, how cute. Okay, another really cool view. Ooh, nice flowers. Also nice flowers right here. Like, these white flowers are really nice. These pink flowers are awesome. You also have green. It's very beautiful outside. I would absolutely, like, I would absolutely read a book out here. This looks like a great place to do such a thing. Or, more likely than reading a book, I would get my drawing supplies and draw a car out in this weather, because this is a very nice environment right here. I love it. Okay, another view of that's a different table! They have multiple dining room tables! That is awesome. Like, the other one was more brown, this one's red now! That's awesome! They don't have multiple sets of fine china, though, so not as awesome. Okay, that's nice. Another view of the outside. I think it's okay, I just realized. These are two separate buildings. These are two separate buildings. This is the main house, and this is the gazebo kitchen looking thing right here. That's what this is, and, well, let's see what more of the inside's like. We've already seen this room right here. This is a nice little view right here. You're trying to be artsy by having a little bit of a blurred image on the side.
Like, you know, this right here is right next to the camera. It's supposed to be focusing on what's outside, not what's close to you. Beautiful yellow flowers. Another owl, adorable. That's really nice. I don't know what this thing is. It looks like the Benz Patent Motor Wagon's older blue cousin. But, yeah, this is pretty neat. Okay, this area right here looks like a summoning circle. It looks like in this fire pit, you'd put some, like, ancient, like, scrolls in here, you'd chant, and then a demon would appear out of nowhere. That's what this looks like. It looks like a summoning circle, so I hope this is just a place for you guys to have s'mores and not to summon the devil, because that would be horrible if you did. Aw, that's a cute dog. I wonder if they have a cat by any chance, because if they do, that would make this place truly perfect. Okay, I think this is another view of that same red room. Like, this is actually a really nice room right here. You have some cool drawings on the wall. Another one of those little alcove couch areas right here. Very nice. You got a little desk right here with some drawers in it. I don't even think that is a desk. I think that's a cupboard. And this place is just awesome. This kitchen countertop, on the other hand, is absolutely abhorrent. What is this stuff? Did you wrap this with wrapping paper or wallpaper or something? This looks like crap. Get rid of it, and this house will immediately be 15 million instead of 1.5 million about. Okay, this is a nice view of the pool. I'm gonna take a guess that the pool is like freshwater or saltwater. Actually, no, I don't think it is. I thought that the plants were, like, touching the water and all that, and no, it was just me not seeing it correctly. This right here is actually really cool right here. We have a view of the pool, and we got some plants right here almost going into the pool, which is very nice. It definitely makes this house feel more like one with nature, which is awesome. Okay, that is another beautiful view right there. Another beautiful. Okay, this view right here is pretty nice. These floral sofas right here remind me of something that a grandmother would have. Not my grandmother in particular, but just like the stereotypical grandma furniture right here. And there's something really comforting about this floral furniture design right here. Also, this painting right here looks like, I want to say, part 2 of Everywhere at the End of Time. You know, that 6.5 hour long song about what it's like to experience dementia. Yeah, that song that was like super popular a couple years back, that's what this painting looks like. It looks like one of the album covers from that. Okay, this is nice. This is also nice right here. We got a view of, I'm gonna take a guess, a room that we've already seen. Oh yeah, it is a room we've already seen. There's the plaid sofa right there, the wicker chairs. We got another view of this fireplace right here, very nice. And now we got some views of the outside. Look, maybe mowing the lawn a tiny bit shorter would make this place slightly better, and possibly dealing with some weeds along the path, or that might be grass, I'm not entirely sure. I can't see up close to tell if that's weeds or grass, but so far the house does look really good. This is another absolutely spectacular view right here. You have pink trees, white trees, light green trees, darker green trees, dark green trees, a pond down here. Utterly beautiful. We got another view of the inside with a boat this time. Probably the same boat from Moby Dick, and I'm starting to take a guess that these people like that book a lot. Okay, another view of that red room, very nice. Along with that thing where it's focusing on what's outside rather than what's close to it. The thing that's close to it being blurred and all that. That's a pretty neat little photo perspective. I've never seen it used in a house tour on the internet, but at the same time, it's pretty neat. Okay, this is another view of the pool right here. We have a tree made of bottles right here. I've always thought these were pretty neat. That's nice. Okay, this right here is another view. You got some more abstract style paintings right here. Very nice. And you got a little outdoor area right here that seats 4 people. Your chairs are probably growing moss on them, I don't know. A statue of what I thought at the moment was Ra, the Egyptian sun god, but then I realized I can't actually recognize who that is. So, yeah. Okay, this is another view of that kitchen, where we have books right here. Lots and lots of books. Some of them may be cookbooks, others might be really good pieces of literature. Okay, this is another view of said kitchen right here, and that is a grout countertop. I just noticed that for the first time, and all of a sudden I don't like this kitchen as much. Okay, this is a bathroom right here. I love the woodwork here. Everything is going in its own direction, yet it somehow comes together perfectly. It is just beautiful right here. And also, that bathtub, stubbing your toe on that would absolutely hurt. I've never stubbed my toe on one of these bathtubs. I don't know anyone who even has one of these bathtubs, but at the same time, it looks like it would hurt really, really bad. Oh, that's adorable. Another bird with some orange cranberries, I think. I don't even think these are cranberries, but cute bird. Oh, this is what it looks like in winter. That is actually beautiful right there. Just wow. Oh, it's a woodpecker! That's awesome! Another view of the house right here, particularly from above the pool. There's the little child creature holding a bird, that iron rusted cutout, whatever this is. Like, seriously, what are these cutout things? I've seen them before. I've seen a similar concept. Like, some people have them of, like, Bigfoot and all that, but what is this thing right here? Like, I don't know what this is. Like, it's so weird and mysterious. Like, I want to know. Oh, another Mr. Big Fat Toad. Or that might be the exact same one, but I love how, like, 10 of the pictures so far are just, like, animals that they found around their property. That's awesome. Okay, we have 2 children right here, one carrying flowers being lifted up by them. Either this child weighs less than a gram, or those flowers are full of helium and are lifting them up into the sky, or an angel is taking those flowers from them, but this stupid child right here refuses to let go because she doesn't fear anything. She doesn't fear biblically accurate angels taking her flowers from her because she wasn't supposed to pick the flowers. Let go of the flowers, you can find more of them. Also, this child is completely calm about the fact that there is a screaming bird atop of his head. Yeah, that's neat. Aw, we have another view of the dog. Very cute, especially with the pink flowers in the background. Lovely. Okay, this view is a little ominous. It is probably the scariest view we've had so far of this house. Okay, and, well, this is the last image. And one thing I gotta say about this house, I love this house. It has a very magical feel to it. Would I ever live here? Maybe. I don't even know what that state is right there. I kind of forgot what the abbreviation is, but it's on a 7.13 acre lot, was built in the 60s, and has no HOA, which is awesome. And you know what? I probably would live here. I just need almost $1.5 million. For almost $100,000, you can live in this 1-bed, 1-bath, 206 square foot thing. This looks like a drive-in. That's what this looks like. It doesn't even look like a house. It looks like a drive-in. Like, I bet you that the whole area where you park your car under is almost as big, if not larger, than the house on the inside. Anyway, let's check this sad little disappointing thing out. So far, it doesn't actually look too bad. Or it doesn't look too bad for something that's 202 square feet. Anyway, let's check it out up close. Actually, not that bad of a construction. It looks like a drive-through or of some kind, but it's not that bad so far. Let's see, what are the inside? Oh, it has a little door window. That's nice. Okay, this is what the inside looks like. I don't know why I had more expectations. Let's see. Oh, there's a bathroom! But you have to use barn door. You have to use a sliding barn door to close yourself off. You have what appears to be an electrical box out here. The bathroom doesn't look too bad. The inside actually doesn't look that bad. Yeah, there is a hole in the ceiling showing piping and some wires, but hey, it could be worse. Not even a shower or a bathtub. Like, I know that a bathtub would have probably been too difficult to fit into this thing, but you couldn't have at least put a shower in this thing.
Like, even a cheap shower would have been better than no shower, because, wow, this is just embarrassing for you guys. Oh! Ho, ho! Was this before they moved out, or was this, like, a picture with a shower, or, like, post-renovation or something? Because, wait a minute. I think that's post-renovation, because, wow. Yeah, everything's different. The hole in the ceiling's covered up. There's a picture of a yak right there. There's some mountain pastel pictures. I don't know blinds. That's what they're called. They're called blinds. I don't know why I forgot what blinds were, but this guy definitely loves his coffee and water. That might either be purified water or something like that. I don't really know or care. Okay, yeah, this dude absolutely loves coffee. And this is the bedroom, living room, kitchen, and every other room. Wow. Oh, and they also have a split system up here, though. Last time I checked, those are not cheap. So, yeah, let's just hope that does not break. Okay? This is actually not too bad. If this were, like, $10,000, I don't think that would be that bad of a deal. Especially because this thing comes with some land. But look at the thing. Look at how tiny it is. It is slightly longer, it is slightly wider than 2 bicycles long, stacked end to end. That should give you an idea just how tiny this thing is. And, wow. Let's just hope that they kept the shower in before moving out, because if they didn't, then it's an absolute scam. Also, you have this little backyard right here with bricks, pebbles, a picnic table. I once had a picnic table. This is significantly better than the one that I had. And, oh, you can set this up as like a deck patio. That's actually really nice. Not even lying. Okay, water tower right there. Very nice. You got some grass. You got some garden space. Some backyard space. Very nice. And all I gotta say about this house is, first off, $100,000, almost $100,000 is way too much for this thing. It has a not horribly small plot of land. Like, yeah, it's very small overall, but it's not too bad. And also, this was built in 1897. Quite nice. Very nice house. It's just disgustingly overpriced. And what does genuine leather countertops mean? That sounds horrible. Having a countertop made out of leather sounds awful. Like, I don't know, you're cutting up vegetables for a salad, and then whoops, the knife slips off the cutting board, and you cut a giant gash into your countertop because it's made out of padded leather. That just sounds horrible, but other than that, this house isn't the worst thing I've seen. Is it disgustingly overpriced? Absolutely. But is it neat? Yep. In Baltimore, for exactly $1.5 million, you can buy a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 5,088 square foot converted church. That's just casually built in 1875. That is awesome. So that means this building is about 150 years old. It's really cool, and let's go through it. Very nice on the outside. And oh, that's nice. There's a Star of David in the window. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, this thing, between being a church in its earliest days and being a house currently, it was a synagogue at one point. That's pretty cool. And this is a very nice interior right here. I do feel like the carpets were just kind of placed just randomly somewhat, but at the same time, it doesn't feel as cluttered as the previous church conversion, and oddly enough, doesn't feel as colorful or lively as the other church conversion. I'd still choose the other church conversion over this, because overall it's larger, has more cool, like, little rooms and secrets, and has a basement. I don't really know if this thing has a basement. And also, the kitchen was, like, separate. It had tons of stained glass, it had chandeliers, it had so many cool things. This thing, regular glass. Just regular glass, carpets just around the place, but overall, this is still a very nice-looking house on the inside. Very nice, especially with this view right here. It looks quite comfortable, and as you can see, we have a better view of that stained glass window right here and of the living room. Very nice. I don't know what this is, but it's neat, I guess. Oh, we have a view of the staircase. Very nice. A bay window. That is awesome. And let's see. Okay, next view. That is quite interesting. The amount of detail that went into this chair. Like, the amount of detail that went into this little table as well. Like, these are definitely some really cool pieces of furniture right here that this house has. Very nice. We got some more of that, some more of that. And we get another view of the dining room and what appears to be a wheelchair elevator. That is awesome. That is genuinely awesome and really cool right there. And more of these weird wall-mounted... I don't even know what these are. Like, I have never seen those in my entire life, and they're just so weird to me. And so far, the house does actually look quite nice, from this view in particular. From up above, it didn't really look too good, because I mainly saw every single carpet in an immediate view. I feel like getting rid of, like, one or two of these carpets would make the house overall look really good. Getting some stained glass would definitely make this place pretty much perfect. And that's mainly what it's missing, stained glass. It just doesn't have it. And are those onions or cantaloupe or... I don't know what these things are. I've never seen them before, and they're weird. If I were to move here, I would get rid of these because I don't even know what those are. This is a little bird cage. This is a chicken made of, like, I don't know, cast iron or something like that. A picture of birds. I'm going to take a guess that's geese. Very nice. And we have another view of this room right here with a paint... Oh, this is a painting room! That is awesome. Very cool. Okay, we have another view from up top. Like, in my opinion, removing this carpet and this carpet would probably make the building just feel more comforting. And I don't know, like the Star of David thing, adding some stained glass on the outside or possibly giving the star like some color or something like that would overall make this house more lively. That's what I personally feel like. Overall, it's not a bad house. It's just not as colorful and lively as the last church conversion we saw. And also, what is this little carpet right here doing? What is the point of that? Seriously. And let's see. Very nice painting on the wall. Very nice painting right here. Picture of probably some former people involved in the house. Very nice. Okay, these are all very nice things. And this house overall is really cool. This is some very colorful furniture. This plate is awesome because it has, like, drawings of, like, buildings on it. I always think that those are cool. And that looks like to be the stained glass. Very nice. And let's see, we got some wooden figurines right there. A very complex wooden table shelf thing. Very nice. And we got some stained glass, baby! Yeah! We got some stained glass. We got what appears to be a cable box or something like that. A fat, thick TV. A black leather sofa. A white leather chair thing. All in this bright green room. With this super ornate carpet underneath of it. Nice, very nice. This actually gives me a nostalgia for, like, something that I don't even know if I've ever experienced. So far, the kitchen itself isn't actually too bad. It's not as good as the kitchen in the other church conversion that we saw, but by no means is it a terrible kitchen. It is actually a really good kitchen overall. It's about probably on par with the kitchen I currently have overall when it comes to, like, quality of materials and stuff like that. But I forgot about this. I didn't even notice that there was this whole other section right here and stuff like that. That's nice. Okay, here is very cool. This rug right here, I'm not actually fully opposed to that because first off, it's a kitchen. If you spill, like, some water right here, instead of it going on the floor, creating a slippery area, it goes to, like, the rug right here, which, yeah, might possibly damage the rug, but at the same time, it's nice to stand on something comfortable if you're spending hours cooking something. And so far, the kitchen actually looks quite nice. This right here is awesome. I'm guessing this is like a open bell tower or something like that. I don't even know what this is. It's an atrium, and it's very cool. We got some pottery, some semi-abstract, I don't even know what that is, painting. And so far, this is actually a very cool room. And what is that back there? That looks like naked people. No. Okay. So far, the room is very nice. I'm blocking that painting off because I don't even know what that is. And so far, this is actually a really cool, well-designed place that, if it weren't for, like, the lack of stained glass, I would absolutely live here. Absolutely. If it weren't for the stained glass and for the fact that it's in Baltimore, because I've heard that Baltimore isn't exactly an affordable city. Yeah, that's a problem. And so far, this place actually looks quite nice. And this is just a very, very cool place so far. Like, you have lots of cool stuff, and you have lots of cool, like, outside views and stuff like that of the city and, like, the nature within the city. It's very cool. We have some cool kitchen supplies right here with beautiful, beautiful dishes right here. Just wonderful. Okay, let's see down the hall. You got some hats right here. Very nice. Very nice. Got some wall art right here that actually makes some sort of sense. It's not like the other wall art that was like potatoes raining out of an interwoven square. I don't even know what that was earlier. And this is awesome. They kept like the original arches and stuff like that and made it into a bedroom. That is awesome. Too many carpets just scattered around, but overall, it's not that bad. It's actually quite nice. Like, some stained glass here would be extra good, but at the same time, it's just... This place, I like this place so far. The bathroom's quite nice and all that. This looks like an angled window. That's awesome. My main problem with this whole place is the lack of stained glass. Like, the other church conversion that we saw had so much of it and was, like, perfect, but still felt too cluttered. This place just has too many rugs in certain rooms and not enough stained glass. That's mainly my problem. This room actually looks quite nice, I'm not even gonna lie. This, I'm guessing, is that little mild bay window type thing that we saw in the first room. There's another slanted window that's awesome. We have some wicker furniture. That's extra awesome. I love wicker furniture. Okay. This right here appears to be another bedroom or an office right here. Very nice. We have this thing that looks like it's made out of, like, some reddish purple gemstone or something like that, or wood. I don't even know what this is, but it's pretty, and I think it looks cool. Okay, this right here, this is a good bathroom right here. You have your weird blue, black, white, not carpet, tile. You have your tiled floor right here, your gigantic sink, your beautiful wall art, so when you're taking a poo, you can admire the art right here. And let's see. Oh, we got some more beautiful wall art right here. Like, I don't even know what this is, but it's colorful, and I like that. That's what I like. Oh, this room also has some more wall art and painting. It has a picture of someone sleeping. Basically, it's like a WikiHow. Like, if you ever go to that website, it's like, how to sleep. And it just shows like a cartoon character drawn, just sleeping in a bed, and it says, emulate this, and all that. That's basically what this picture is supposed to do. It's supposed to be a set of instructions for what you're supposed to do in this room. You're supposed to sleep. And so far, oh yeah, there's the wheelchair elevator right there. Awesome. Actually wonderful, because if like an older person decides to move here, they would absolutely love this place. And also, this room right here, this appears to be like the attic of some kind. I love how they kept like the original like wood structuring of this church. I love how they kept all of it, and I love how like so much of it remains intact. But as I've been going on for now, the lack of stained glass is the biggest downside of this thing. I love the red sofa up here. This little desk up here is really cool. I'd probably make this like my gaming setup if I lived up here. Or maybe whatever's behind that door, I don't even know. But, oh, this is the basement! This is awesome, right here. We got a map in gold, a rock climbing wall that's oddly short. Like, I feel like I could probably grab onto one of those higher stones pull myself up and I'll be done in like 5 seconds. That's an underwhelming rock climbing wall, but so far the basement doesn't look that bad. And the rock climbing wall appears to be made out of plywood. Neat. It's not the worst thing. And more of those interwoven squares. What are these things? I don't know what these are, but they're annoying me because I don't know what they are. We got some nice little paintings right here. Very nice. And we got some more paintings around the place. Some more sketches that are framed and placards right there. Very nice. Another view of the interwoven squares. If I see one of these again, I'm going to get mad. Oh, thank you. No more interwoven squares. Okay, I think this window right here was for one of the bedrooms, but overall, this is actually a very nice house. There are some downsides to the previous church conversions and some upsides to the previous church conversion, but at the same time, it's a very nice house. This house is actually on a slightly larger plot of land. Like, I think the other one's plot of land was only like 8,000 square feet or something. This is on a 9,000 square foot plot of land, and it's elevated slightly. So you could theoretically go up to that wall, look down, and laugh at the pedestrians walking by your house like, "Ha ha! I live in a repurposed church, losers!" You could just laugh at people walking by, you could laugh at people in general. It's a very nice little thing you can do, just because you're elevated from street level, I think. Like, even if it's like a few feet higher than street level, it would still be nice. This alleyway is quite nice as well. And, well, this house is just wonderful. It's a wonderful house. It does have some questionable decisions. Specifically that one painting in that one room that I didn't show you guys because I don't know anymore. But, yeah, overall, this is a very cool house. Would I want to live here? Maybe not. I'd still pick the other church over this one because, yes, despite this one being significantly less cluttered feeling and significantly less chaotic feeling, I would overall prefer this house because it's simple. One thing about this house that is simple is just the sheer amount of open space you have. It's not too cluttered with furniture, but at the same time, it's not colorful enough. It feels a bit bland. There's a bit too much reds and browns and whites and some blacks. But where are the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purples, and all the other colors in between? Where are all of those? Like, seriously, if this thing had stained glass, I would choose it almost immediately over the other church conversion, especially because this one is cheaper. And, well, it's a phenomenal house, but it is not without its problems.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
That's right, we're doing a bonus house for $1,750,000 on Farrell Road, Dexter in Michigan. It's a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 8,432 square foot house built in 1901. Wow. This is gonna be cool, I bet. And let's see. So far, it looks really cool from the outside. The inside is phenomenal looking. It reminds me of the last house that we did. The whole barn house with like a bunch of workspaces and all that. It reminds me of that, but overall more refined for actual living. That one felt like more just, oh, you're just visiting a place. But this right here feels more like a large barn that's been converted into a somewhat practical living area, somewhere where more than just 3 people could live here, because the other house had a single bathroom. This one has 4, and that is awesome. And here's some views of the... Oh, we got a floor plan right here. That's actually awesome. We got a loft right here. That's wonderful. We got this right here, down here. We have what appears to be a basement of some kind. I don't even know what this is that I'm looking at, but anyway, let's just look at the further images, and this kitchen is actually wonderful. I love this kitchen right here. It's a beautiful kitchen with what appears to be either wallpaper or super intricate tile. I don't know, and to an extent I don't really care, because I'm just happy that we're covering another barn house again. Like, I love barn houses, and this one right here is definitely better so far.
You see, the reason why I'm saying it's better so far is because, well, the other one had a ton of garage space. I don't know how much garage space this house has, because, yeah, it's a cool place with some awesome lounging areas and a cool little office right over here and an awesome kitchen. Definitely not as dated as the last house, but at the same time, it's also just not really as... I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's just something about this house that just does not feel right. Doesn't have enough, like, utility overall. Like, the other house had, like, rooms that were designed to be, like, working rooms and stuff like that. This house feels more like a comfort-centric living area, which I do like, but at the same time, if I'm gonna be buying a barn house, I want some form of utility still in the actual building, and I want to see what's up at that loft. I don't care about this image. Nice sofa and all. Nice sofa, nice fireplace. Lots of places to sit down and chill out, but what is up at that loft? Oh, nice carpet right there. This is a nice little view right here. I want to know what's at the loft. Show me the loft! Okay, this is not in the loft, but this is one of the bedrooms, and I gotta admit, it's actually quite nice. I'm not even gonna lie. And something I just realized, this house doesn't have a turret. The last house had a castle-style turret and was awesome, but this house doesn't, and that's one of the problems. Does this house feel more reasonable than the other one? Yeah, but is it as crazy and off-the-walls awesome as the other one? No. So far, it's not. I do like that it has more bathrooms and bedrooms, but it's a smaller house, it's more expensive, it's older, and wow. I did not know that this was part of the house. That's actually quite nice. I'm gonna take a guess this house probably has more land with it. That's probably gonna somewhat justify the price tag. We're back in one of the bedrooms, and I do like the frosted glass door, wavy glass door, whatever that is. I do like that, and so far this house is actually quite nice. We have a closet with barn doors, very appropriate, and let's see. I don't care about the closet. I don't care about the chandelier. This is a bathroom, nice. It might be a Jack and Jill bathroom because of the whole one door on one side, one door on the other, or this might actually be something else. It might possibly be a sauna. We have a double sink right here. Wonderful. Okay, very nice. I don't want close-up pics, and yep, that is absolutely a sauna. This right here is the shower. Okay, yes, it's a sauna. It's a sauna, and I was right. My theory was correct. Okay, this is the shower, nice. Okay, we need to get out of here so we can look at other places. Another bedroom right here, quite nice. This looks like a really intricate stone headboard right here, which if you accidentally hit your head a little too hard on that, you are going to feel a lot of pain. Because why would you make a headboard out of what appears to be stone? Like, that, I hope that's wood. I hope that is wood, because if that's stone, that would be both insanely impressive and also a little concerning. And this bathroom's actually quite nice right here. It has elongated hexagon tiles, a copper, bronze, whatever sink right here, and it's just overall a really nice looking house. We got stairs right here leading up to the loft. Please show us the loft. And why was I so excited to see this? Like, this is all it is. It's a leather sofa, a TV, a little wardrobe, a popcorn machine, and some, like, shelf up here for your cat to sleep on, but there's no wall-mounted ramps or anything like that. How is my cat supposed to go up there to sleep up there? And more importantly, why can't I go up there? What if I want to go up there and, I don't know, look out at traffic and see if there's any cool cars that pass by, because this probably takes place in the middle of nowhere. This whole house does. And I do like that the fireplace is kind of implemented as like a semi-structural part of the house. That's actually really cool. And oh, we got another part of the loft. This area is like here is like an exercise area. In the previous house, I didn't even see an exercise area. So this gets 1 point over that for encouraging a healthy lifestyle of movement. But it still just doesn't have the garage space, and that is probably my biggest selling point for that one house. Garage space, and overall, The runway! I forgot there was a runway at the old house. Seriously, that old house, the last one we saw, had a runway. If this house doesn't have a runway, I am going to be disappointed, but overall, if you just want to lounge around and just be comfortable, this house is great. Absolutely wonderful. We got this pantry right here that, I'm not even gonna lie, is insanely cool. Like, I know there's, like, some form of aesthetic right here. I can't describe what aesthetic this thing is designed with. Like, organization or something like that. I can't tell how this thing... I can definitely tell that a lot of attention and a lot of effort went into organizing this thing. And, look, stained glass. That one church conversion that we saw in Baltimore, this single pantry has more stained glass than probably that entire church. Wow, that is just sad. More stained glass! Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And this is a little reading corner right here. That's awesome. It's like a reading corner mudroom. That's awesome. Okay, we got... Ooh, nice chandelier. But it's right in front of the window. I don't know why it's right here and not, like, in the reading room where there's plenty of open space. But, oh well. Okay, this right here. What is this? Why is there 4 toilets in this bathroom? Was this thing at one point, like, a place in which... Oh, there's 2 urinals? What is this? What is this place? I do like that there's stairs to go down, and I do like there's a basement. That's nice. We got another bedroom right here. It's actually quite comfortable looking. We got a big old desk right here built in. Awesome. We got a TV right here, also awesome. And ladies. Oh, this thing is a built-in restroom. And when I mean a restroom, I mean like a restroom that you'd find at like a large restaurant or something. Because it says 2 sinks, 3 toilets, and I think a shower in there because... Oh yeah, it's a shower. Because this thing is implemented as a house, of course there's going to be a shower. This right here, they got a PlayStation 5 in the background, nice. They got some Funko Pops, not as nice. They got a TV right here, pretty neat. Little chair right here, probably not the most comfortable thing for gaming, but overall it's still pretty cool to know that there's some modern amenities in this house, and it's not just farm, farm, farm. And also, this guy, I don't know what anime this is based off of or something, but I know I recognize the characters in some capacity. I don't know where they're from, but I recognize them, and that's neat, I guess. Oh, gents! Gents! We're in the gentleman's room. There's a single toilet, 2 urinals, and a shower. And nice. That's actually quite nice. Private. What does that mean? Is this a private restroom, private lounge or something? This is pretty cool right here, if this is the private lounge. It's just a secret little place with, like, a air hockey table or something. I don't even know what that is. Oh, we got one of those arcade cabinets that are, like, you know, where you have to look into them, and they're, like, table-shaped. That's awesome! I remember those. They're wonderful. Okay, this is actually really cool right here. There's a hot tub right here. Huge lawn right here, but so far, no giant garage space, so this house is still behind the other one with the garage space. I don't want to know what the inside of your hot tub looks like. That was an unnecessary photo. Okay, nice bedroom right here. You could sleep 2 children in here. They have a dinosaur in there. Planets up here. The beds have planets on them. That's wonderful. But, oh, there's another room right here. This is actually quite nice. You got Lego flowers. Whoever sleeps here has class and has taste. Nice. We got an air hockey table right here. Very nice. Or, I don't know, foosball? No, not foosball. Shuffleboard. No, it's not shuffleboard. It's air hockey. I don't know if it was air hockey, but I just noticed that there's a cord running down, and since I have an air hockey table, this is definitely an air hockey table, because first off, if it has a cord running to it, and it also has that, and it's smooth, yeah, it's an air hockey table. Okay, we got the laundry room right here, which is nicer than the laundry room I've had in any house I have ever lived in. Every single one. Like, this is the nicest laundry room I've ever seen in my life, and it's just awesome.
Okay, this right here is, you have a giant industrial freezer that you'd see at like a restaurant kitchen. That's pretty cool. Okay, this room is probably the worst room in the whole house due to the fact that, well, the walls aren't fully complete, the ceiling isn't fully complete. But at the same time, this room also probably manages all the water and the heating in the whole building and stuff like that. So this is an important room, and if one of those pipes has a problem, you want to be able to access them. And so far, this place is actually quite nice. And what is this? What is... Oh, it's a dog shower. Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was like I thought there was like a toilet in here or something like that. No, it's a dog shower, so you can shower mud off of your dog after taking them for like a 7-mile long walk or something like that. That's genius. And barn. There's another barn attached to this. So it's 2 barns. One barn was converted into a living space. The other one is open. What does this barn look like? Please tell me it is a garage. It is beautiful. It is beautiful! It has smooth concrete floors, large spaces between its pillars, and an ATV. That is wonderful. This place automatically is better than the previous house we saw. This house is better. You heard me. Better. I like this house more, and this is just a beautiful house right here with plenty of land. It makes me happy just looking at this place, and I would absolutely want to live here, but unfortunately, I do not have $1.75 million, which is a shame, and also, I'm a little close to some neighbors. The other house, last one we covered, which was also a barn, that one was a lot farther away from anyone, but overall, I could stand living here. I could stand having neighbors, and I could stand them being a bit close and possibly a bit noisy. I could stand that, but, well, this is actually a really nice little place right here, and I want to know just how big the property is, because that graph is nice and all, but how big is the plot? 4.58, not bad. Not bad. For 1.75 million, I'd expect a little more land, but at the same time, it's also 8,432 square feet and has tons of cool little secrets and Easter eggs in it. That's wonderful. But at the same time, it's also not a perfect house. There are some downsides, like for example, the last house had a castle-style turret and also had multiple garage barns. But this one has a single giant garage barn, which, hey, is better than none, and at the same time, no castle-style turret, so overall, both of them are tied. And, well, that's all I have to say for this.
That's right, we're making a tier list. This is because the video is, well, incredibly late. It was supposed to come out on Easter, but hey, we're going to be making a tier list ranking every single house that we have looked at so far. We have perfect, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and listing anomaly. We have all those, and our first house, Navajo Lane, I'm gonna put it in C tier because yes, it has a lot of problems, but hey, on the bright side, at least they're fixable by renovation, and they're not too serious. Our next house, S tier. First off, it is awesome. It's a dome house. It's really cool. Our third house is going in C tier. It's a good house, but it has way too much fake wood trim for my liking. Just way too much. And this? Oh, perfect tier. That's where it's going. The church conversion, perfect tier. Lots of stained glass. And our, giant cult complex, that is getting D tier because it's a great place, but it's way too much for a single person to have. And it is just way, way, way too much. And it's just way over the top for one person. The California house is F tier because, well, a tree fell on it or something like that and is destroyed. This wooden house from Maine gets perfect tier. And then we have the house from Alabama and whatever it's called going into listing anomalies because that's all they are. Our next house right here, I don't fully remember what it is, going into B tier because... oh wait, I just remembered. It's the one with the indoor pool. The indoor pool is really cool and all that. For the price, you get an indoor pool, which usually you don't get for that price, and it's really cool. And then our next house is that one house from Michigan that's like abandoned and all that. It's in F tier condition, but I really like the layout of the house, so B tier. It does need a lot of love and care, and, well, it's just a really sad house, and I hope that it can be made perfect. Our next house right here is I'm not entirely sure, and oh yeah, it's that one whimsical house from, like, Denver, or whatever that place was called. The next house is, you guessed it, the one from Florida, with all the way over decoration things. Going into A tier, our first A tier house, and overall, it's a really good house. It's just way too over-decorated. This house right here from, like, Hood River or whatever it was called, yeah, that's getting S tier because it's like the previous house, but overall more reserved and somewhat more tasteful with its decorations. And, well, that's pretty much the reason why. And now that I think about it, that one over-decorated house in Florida, it's getting B tier. That one farmhouse from South Dakota is getting perfect tier because, actually no, never mind. I decided it should get A tier because I remembered it only has one bathroom for a 15,000 square foot house, which is not good. Then that one fairy tale looking house is getting S tier because there's lots of animals, lots of cool nature around it, and it's just a really cool place. Okay, that 202 square foot, like, drive-in house, that's getting D tier because it's neat and all, but it is just stupidly impractical. Our second church conversion of the video that was once a synagogue, this right here, I'm not entirely sure what it's gonna get because there were some questionable choices with it, especially the lack of stained glass, which is a huge downside to me. So I'm thinking something along the lines of, like, I don't know, C tier, maybe B tier and all that. I'm really thinking about what I should do for this house because overall it was not bad. There's just so many problems with it that make it so much more inferior, and you know what? I'm gonna give it A tier, just ahead of that one barn house. And then last but not least, our second barn house, which we all know where this is going. Absolute perfect. Even though I said it was equal to the previous barn house, I kind of lied. I really like this one better because it has more amenities and feels more like an actual home, more of an actual place of habitation than a workplace.
And with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. I did not originally expect for this video to be so long, but considering that I was reviewing over houses and that I kind of take like house layout and house design somewhat seriously deep down inside, yeah, of course it was going to be a lot longer than I expected. It's me. Oh my. Let me tell you something, that Tomodachi Life video that I made last Miscellaneous Monthly, first off, thank you all so much. That video is at over 900 views. And also, that video was originally supposed to be like 20, maybe 30 minutes long, ended up being 65. This video right here was supposed to be like a similar length, like about 20 to 30 minutes long. No, nearly 2 hours. So yeah, whenever I assume that, oh, a video is going to be short, I'm just gonna, for now on, throw that assumption away, because no, I am not good at making videos short. But if you've made it all this far through the video, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for watching my other videos, and I hope you all have a wonderful late Easter.